Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the Eagles Soaring High, Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles. I am your host, Minister A. Williams, aka Eagles Soaring High. And today is going to be an interesting conversation. It's going to be an interesting conversation. It is springtime, and I decided that I would kick off my springtime with a controversial conversation on today. So I have a guest that's going to be coming up to join me on today to dive right into this conversation with me. Um, we're going to be talking about springtime unveiling occultism within the church. Interesting and fascinating conversation. Prayerfully, this conversation will educate you and inform you, the viewers, um, in a way that you will see the signs of what it is to be in an occult church. And once you see those signs and those red flags, you will prayerfully be able to come right out of that situation. I'm going to open up with prayer, and then I'm going to bring my guests up, and then we're going to get ready and dive right into this video. Eternal Father, I come now thanking and praising you for all that you've done and all that you're going to do. I pray now that as we dive into this live, Father, that we give the information that is needed, that it will educate and inform your people. I pray now, Father, that there will be no repercussions of no sorts coming from this live, this information that we're going to pour out and give on today. Father, I ask that you would just step in the building and have your way. Move like you never moved before. Touch your people in a special way. We come to remind the enemy that no weapon formed against us is going to prosper. And every tongue that rises up against us, we shall condemn. For this is the heritage of the Lord, and we are your servants. Father, we thank you and we praise you for what you're going to do in these next few hours. Father, we praise you for the victory, and we thank you in advance for what you're going to do. This we ask in your darling Son's Jesus' name for the forgiveness of our sins. Amen. Amen. Well, my guest is not a stranger to this house. She's not a stranger to this platform. And I'm just excited to have her with me today as we dive and soar right into this video entitled Unveiling Occultism Within the Church. I'm going to ask that you would respect my guests, whether you like them or you don't. Just be respectful, and it's not going to be a problem. All right, let's bring up my guest, the legendary Sparkles.
Hey, Eagles. Good
It,
afternoon to some. Good morning to all. And good
yeah,
evening to others. I'm sure you guys know me, the legendary First Lady. I thank you all, and I thank the King of Ministry, Eagles, for this
bless.
great conversation.
Yes,
Like I said, he's been one of the realest, um, as I see, the closest thing to the living God and living waters on this app. He's always been a true friend. Some call him, fake. Some call him, excuse me, some call him, he's a misguided person. Some call him a hypocrite, but I call him, one of God's heaven sent angels coming to minister unto the people. And we're gonna get into this conversation. Uh, we're gonna give some experiences and maybe some shocking things, trigger warnings. And please, nobody holds Eagles responsible for anything that I might say. If you have any issue, I ask that you visit my platform if you choose to. If you would like to have a adult, grown conversation, please respect the King's house as you would your own. And let's get it started. All right, Eagles, let's go.
all right. Before we get started, why don't you tell them where they can find you, your channels, and all?
Okay, my first channel is Lady Lucky Sparklers. Sparklrs. That's my main channel, and my second channel is Sparkle Expose channel. I'll put them. I'll put the links in the chat. Well, at least I'll put both of the channels in the chat, and you guys can find me. And um, I know a lot of people have been wondering, I can't keep up with Sparkle because Sparkle, always on this channel, that channel, always coming up with a channel. But like I said, you can't stop greatness. You will not stop greatness. And the truth will be told. There is no, uncovering without this sunshine being spotlighted on wrong and also as right. There's always an army of God's people that will forever stand up in the righteousness, as well as there will be adversaries. God said we are no respecter of person, no matter who you are or who you are. And I'm just glad to have known that Eagles is one who's very patient, he's very kind, he's a mediator, and he always is down to earth, even in his spiritual journey, and I'm glad to be one of the angels that can walk with him as well as he can walk with me. And you know, I don't want to say joined at the hip, but, we're human. Everybody's human. Before you put on that robe of evangelist or robe of ministry or robe of whatever call yourself or self-proclaimed, whatever you like to be called, you got to
Yeah,
put on that robe of humanness. Everybody has fault. Has fallen and will continue to fall short and come short of the glory of God. Okay?
yeah,
So that's that. I'm gonna put my links in the chat. But go ahead, Eagles. I guess you can start it off, regarding the
yes,
occult, because we always have great conversations, whether on or offline. And I
yeah,
appreciate that, God has drawn a light unto you and unto me as well, because people don't know the legendary sparkles, as you say. They think
right,
they see a little glimpse into Sparkle online, and they think, oh, I know you. I've seen you. I hear rumors. I hear narratives,
right.
and that's Sparkle. So I'm just here to clear up anything that needs to be cleared up, and deep dive into some truth.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
you can, yeah, you can start.
I'm going to define. Occult. An occult church is a religious or spiritual organization that deviates from mainstream beliefs and practices, often delving into esoterics or hidden knowledge and rituals. These can include divination, magic, astrology, and rituals aimed at contacting supernatural entities or tapping into hidden forces. Within an occult church, leadership often holds significant influence over members, presenting themselves as possessors of special knowledge or divine authority. This leadership can exploit their followers through trust and devotion for personal gain, whether financial, emotional, or spiritual. They foster environments of dependency and fear and control where they discourage critical thinking is suppressed. Some individuals may be drawn to occult churches seeking spiritual enlightenment or a sense of belonging. Others may find themselves ensnared in a web of manipulation and deception, ultimately leading to spiritual, emotional, and sometimes even spiritual harm. Just as we're ready to dive right into this, many of you don't know that I ended up in a place where I began to see signs of occultism. I was supporting a relative, and in supporting this relative, we ended up at a place where the young man called himself an apostle, and he promised to help my relative to build a church. In the process of that, I did not join the church. I was just there to support my aunt in her endeavors. My aunt was there, and in supporting her, the young man decided that he would try to control and manipulate me. In fact, the thing he did was he made me his armor bearer and didn't even ask me if I would be willing to do that. So I began to see control, him being the type of person who tried to control folks. And he was controlling those around him, those that was in the church. He was controlling them. He was manipulating them. And he thought that he could do the same with me. Again, I had not joined the church. I was just there in support of my aunt. He tried to tell me that I was to sell everything that I had and bring those funds into the church. Anybody that knows me knows that I cannot be controlled or manipulated. If you didn't lay your life down for me, if you didn't go through the beatings have a crown put on your head and nails in your hands and in your feet, I could not be controlled. He's the only one. Jesus is the only one that can control me. He's the only one that can tell me where to go and where not to go. He's the one that can tell me who to associate with and who not to associate with. And one of the things that he said was that he could read his members' minds. He said that he proclaimed that he had the spirit of Elijah on him. Elijah and Elisha on him, and that he could read our minds. That was very disturbing to me. So we began to clash during as time went on. And I decided that this here is not for me. I knew something was wrong with the atmosphere. I just wasn't sure what it was. But then God began to show me his manipulative ways and his controlling ways. And I said, this ain't gonna work for me. But most of all, he was a married man, but he was dealing with all types of women, every woman. He was so bold, he was bringing his mistresses in the church. And not just the church, but his wife's church, and sitting them on the front row. The day that he encouraged me to go out and have sex, I said, that's it. I'm over this. It's time for me to go. And I found out that even in occultism within the church, the leaders have this sexual appetite that they just sleep around. And I knew that within my own self that I could not allow myself to be led by someone like this. Number two, you said that you could read minds, read your people's minds. You said that you had an issue with the members because you said that they were masturbating, and that wasn't cool. But you encouraged the members, you encouraged me, and no telling how many others, to go out and have sex. A young boy at 17, and you encourage me, well, not 17, about 18, 19, and you encourage me to go out and have sex. One of the things, and we're going to move on, but one of the things about me is I don't lay with anybody and everybody. I have control over this body. When I speak to it, it lines up and it follows through with the command. I have control over my hormones. One of the reasons why I don't sleep around with every woman out here under the sun is the fact that when you sleep with folks that you're not married to, you become so tied to. And they tell me that when you lay with a dog with fleas, you gonna get up with them fleas. And so I learned at a very young age that I couldn't be hopping from bed to bed, woman to woman, because of the soul ties. I have my own demons to fight. I have my own spirits to fight. I don't need to lay with everybody, every woman out here and fight my demons and hers too. Because there is a connection when you do that. And that's why when Jesus met the woman at the well and he asked her about her husband, she says, I don't have no husband. He said, you have spoken rightly. He says, and the one that you are with now is not even your husband. So I find that in the occultism within the church, there's this sexual spirit that runs through the church, head starting with leadership. So let's talk about some of the things within the church, the occultisms that's going on in the church. One of the first signs that you're in a church that has occultism is the leadership is manipulative. He's the leader is manipulative. One of the primary indicators of an occult church is manipulative leadership. Leaders may claim to have exclusive access to divine knowledge or possesses special powers. They claim that they're the only ones that can reach God. So at some point, they begin to declare that they are gods and that the only way that you're going to get anything, get your blessings, is that you got to go through them. Manipulation stands, manipulative actions. They use claims to control and manipulate you and other followers. They demand unwavering loyalty, obedience, fostering an environment of fear and dependency. So the leader uses fear tactics. He imputes fear into you so much to you're depending on him that you're afraid to do anything else or go anywhere else. The first red flags. He demands through fear, through his ability to impute fear in you, to make you loyal and obedient to him. Then they have secretive practices. Occult churches frequently engage in secretive rituals or practices. They withhold informative information from the congregation. They tell you half the truth. They don't give all the truth to you or the full truth. They give you half of the truth mixed in with lies until it looks like truth. These rituals may involve obscure symbolisms, esoteric chants. Chants, have you all ever been somewhere and you've heard these strange chantings going on? Esoteric chants, that's what that is, that weird, spooky chants that give you a bad feeling. They use the esoteric chants for ceremonies conducted behind closed doors. They exploit financial practices. Now, watch this. Leaders may pressure you into donating large sums of money, surrendering your possessions under guise of spiritual enlightenment or divine favor. Financial exploitation can lead to financial ruins for individuals, families, and we're going to come back and talk about that in a little while. They have high control environments. They control the environment, they control the atmosphere. Leaders of the church may attempt to control every part of your life. They indoctrinate members by making controlling statements over and over again. They emphasize some theological concepts like hell, sin, and obedience without talking much about love, acceptance, and kindness. So those are five signs of occultism, leaders operating in occultism within the church. Even in today's society, we find that same thing going on now. All churches aren't like this, but there's a lot of them that are not good. They're dangerous. They can cause you to be emotionally unstable, and sometimes cause you to bring harm to yourself. One of the things when you look at the internet, because this occultism is just not within the church, but it's in social media, and it's in the church, and it's on social media, it's in the celebrity world. It's all over, and if we don't discern that spirit, we can be caught up in it and can't get out. Sometimes you'll find yourself in an occult church, and you'll find yourself feeling stuck. You know that there's something wrong, but you can't seem to get out of it. And when you talk to other members and leadership, they begin to shame you by saying that you have given up on God and that you are losing your faith. Manipulation tactics. There is no way in on this God's green earth that we should be in a church where they declare lock the doors. Marvin Sapp, lock the doors until we get that offering, until we reach that goal. Lock the doors. There's no way we should be sitting in a church where the leader says that I will not pray for you, Miss Paula White. I will not pray for you or lay hands on you until you sow into the ministry. We use manipulative tactics to get offerings. There is no way that no one should be charging anybody to pray for them or get a prophecy. If you are of God and you're really of God and you're a believer and you're one of his servants and you're his child, you're going to pray for the people in spite of. You're going to release a prophetic word to them in spite of. But we see a whole bunch of this stuff going on in the churches, and it don't make sense. Now the new thing is now they want you to sell everything that you own and bring those funds into the church. That's crazy. Sparkle, what you think about that?
That is horrible. Because like, can you look in the private when you get a chance? Because I need you to address the one page so I dropped the links so anybody that needs to follow or would like to follow in me. And I do have open content, and I will dive more deep into this conversation after this broadcast. I pray you share, like, comment, and subscribe because it's going to get deep. Um, I think minister or king of ministry that it's sad that these people have taken all that God has been through the 72 crowns of thorns and the
Mm,
lashings and the judgment hall and judgment led to judgment hall and judgment hall uh accusers and people, and they've um taken the word of God and they're using it for their personal attack board. Or,
mhm.
I'll take this part of a sin and I'll take that part of a sin. But meanwhile, I'm doing all the other sins. I just don't, it just won't be known. And you just better shut your mouth. Better not even speak or think to say that I'm being a hypocrite or I'm speaking hypocrisy. I'm speaking
Yeah.
blasphemy. You better not even say it. Like I said, there was a section on YouTube, and hey to One Love in the chat.
Yes.
Um, yeah, when I came across, One Love and dealing with the Geno Jennings, situation, it was like, oh my gosh, here goes another, TD Jakes shenanigans, Eddie Wrong,
Mm,
rest in peace, situation. Here goes another Donnie McClurkin. Here goes another, um, Marvin Sapp, Marvin Winans. Here goes another
yeah.
situation, but then it started to get peculiar. It's like, oh, so I can relate this to the music industry or the entertainment industry, being I have firsthand knowledge of it, being that there's a part of it where you lose your mind and you just
Yeah. Oh, it's like-
you if you
okay, you went
huh?
you had gone
If
out.
you bend the knee, oh, basically if you bend the knee to it, can you hear? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can
Oh,
hear you
okay.
now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you bend the knee to it or if you give in to it. And like you said, they want you to sell all your possessions and God told me and God this and God that. And like I said, me and you together, we went into the sector of where they're just, throwing around uh how can I, what is the word? Throwing around blame of, oh, well,
Mm,
I don't participate in this sin, homosexuality or LGBTQIAism, or adultery, or adulteress, but I participate. I am doing another sin. But like I said, you better not open your mouth about it. As long as you're giving me what I want,
right.
money, material things, or like you said, selling all your worldly possessions or whatever your possessions are.
Hmm.
I'm having you living on patios and I'm having you having to stay with people or living on the street. As long as you usher in that money, no matter who you are, I don't care what you do. As
Yeah.
long as your control belongs to me or your life or your family belongs to me. Nobody gave you that authority. Nobody gave you that justification. And see, these people have gotten so high up to the
Hmm.
point where they think that, oh, well, if I say it in the name of God, it shall be so. Even
Right.
some of the charlatan preachers or teachers on here, as I call them. They love to disguise themselves as Christians and street preachers and uh
Hmm.
uh or as how can I say, as the people of the cloth or the people of this and the people of that or Hebrew Israelites or Muslims or uh Jehovah's and These type of people, and they think that they're gonna get away with um they think they're gonna get away with this stuff, but everybody has their day.
That's right.
Everything seen and unseen will be exposed. And like I said, this is the year of the 8 ball. Nothing gets by the sight of God. Sits
That's
high and looks low. Nothing. The manipulation, the con artist, the buffoonery, the misery, the doxing, the I'll tell you one thing in front of the scenes, and then I'm going behind the scenes, saying this, doing this, that, and the third. It's time out for it. I'm stalking
true.
your kids. I'm harassing your families. You know, I'm being a hypocrite. I got a cult following. And it's in all sectors, especially
Yes,
the church
yes.
sector. It's in all sectors. The entertainment sector. Oh, if you watch uh this person and me and this person have an issue, don't watch me. Or if you have an issue with that
Mhm.
person, you either make a choice. You watch this person or you watch me. And if not, then I have no use for you. And
Right.
that's where it gets real sticky and real high
Real
schoolish or
sad.
real,
Hmm.
yeah, sad. Yeah, thank you. Gets real sad and gets real. That's sometimes I'll say it's time to log off. When you get to that point of, oh, I own you, or this is my group of people. This is my group of people, and my group of people can't associate with your group of people. Nobody
Yeah.
owns this internet. I don't think nobody but a Caucasian man who probably sits back and like a lot of another sector that sit back and look at us supposed melanated kings and queens, laughing. Oh, I'll drop this in their chat and look at them go. As you know, we
Mhm.
we had a red bottom troll that decided to want to
Yeah.
look into information and oh, who is this person and who is that person and you know, let me pick your brains and let me see how far you're gonna go, what you're gonna tell. But like I said, most people, everything done under the sun, God knows about it. Before you think it, before you speak it, God knows about it.
That's
Okay?
right.
Before you try it, God knows about it. And nothing is being hidden. Everything is coming out in the open. Even in the fabulous beefing sector, everything is coming out in the open. You
Yeah.
know, if
Yeah.
you're behind the scenes with people, if you're getting cash apps to do this and that and the third to people, but you're coming out playing, I can't stand this person. I don't like this person. Everything is going to be known. Nothing is new. With I'm going to take over your channels. I'm going to strike your channels. I'm going to take your channels. Nothing new is being done under the sun. God knows about it all before it's done. It's sick out here, but these people, they have their own little they have their own little miniature cults and own little miniature, um, own little miniature, uh, uh, followings, and it's sick. Even in the church sector, like I said, me and you, went over to
Hmm.
witness how evil and how, I'm going to throw up scripture. I'm going to throw up this and I'm going to throw up that. These people are in their study trying to, oh, well, I'm above you because I walk upright. Nobody on this earth walks upright because if you did, you wouldn't be here. You'd be up in heaven and on the right hand of the throne. Ain't nobody got a heaven or a hell to put nobody in.
That's
And
right.
even with, let me take it to T.S. Madison. Shout out to the Maddie Mob. As she was stalked and harassed, and Mama Mary, a woman of faith, is always brought up by Tasha K and all of these people, Michelle ATL, and oh, well, your
Mhm.
mama's this and your daddy's that, and your sex work and you do this and you do that, and you do okay. So what about your thing? What about your gossiping? What about your bearing false
Mhm.
witness? What about your lying and manipulating? What about that?
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
and uh uh they take a chunk of this and put it with that, and they take a chunk of that and put it with this. And oh, well,
Mhm.
God said there is not to be man life with man, woman's life with woman. Oh, okay, so people are not supposed to have free will, free choice. I mean, what are we, robots? What are you? And then it's like, oh, God didn't create that, and God, you don't know what God created. God's thoughts are not our thoughts. Ways are not our ways. And see, people have taken God and, oh, I'm gonna use him as a or her, whatever you believe the higher power is, as a wind-up toy. I'm gonna take him
Mm.
off the shelf, and I'll put him back on when I need him. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Sorry, it don't work like that.
You
Like I
meant
said, when I was home, when I was homeless. When I didn't know what I was gonna eat, didn't know where I was gonna sleep, when I had guns placed to my head, not once, not twice. Oh, you in this industry, you got money. Give me your money. Give me what you got. Child, please. Like I said, y'all don't know the first lady, and I'm the first lady for a reason because a lot of people couldn't endure what I've endured. They couldn't walk in my heels. They couldn't walk in my Timberlands. They can't walk in my sneakers. Okay. And like I said, these people are trying to get into an industry or get into a place that may not even be suitable for them if you can get past the door. If you can get past the door. Hmm. But go ahead, cuz
mhm.
I'm sorry.
You mentioned something that is very interesting that we talked about the young woman that gave everything to Jano, and she ends up sleeping on a balcony. That is the most horrifying thing, that the church leaders have become pimps and greedy so much that you will allow someone, you will make your request for people to go and sell all of their possessions and bring you the funds and put them in the church. How sad that is. That is indeed a level of occultism, because they put that demand on you. They manipulate folks to bring all that they have, to sell it and bring all the funds when they live in a mansion. Exactly. Well, they live in a mansion and living high and living well, but you're taking from you're pimping your members out so until you're taking everything that they have, and once you get that, you kick them to the side. There is no way on this green earth that this woman should have to be living on a balcony because she gave it all to Gino. How do we do that? Where is God in that? Where is the pastors? Where is God's heart at in you? You've got to be a cold and hard, black hearted and diabolical person to do that, to get all of their funds to enhance your living and watch them live now as a homeless person up on a balcony with just a mattress or a blanket. That's where, how do we do that? If that is not, if that is not occultism behavior, then somebody tell me what it is. That's a shame. That is so a shame. And now, like I said, we have people like William Murphy that is demanding that his members sell everything they have and bring it into the church. That's not faith. How dare we put an amount on what somebody is supposed to give in order to be blessed? We're taking their money. People are losing their homes. They're losing their cars. They have no food for their families, all because they have given it to the church. And all of that is a form of witchcraft. When you're dealing with occultism, you cannot deny the fact that there's a level of witchcraft in there because they're caught under the spell of this leader. How fair is that? Not fair at all. It's crazy what's going on. The church is not what the church should be. The church is not what the church used to be. We're supposed to meet the needs of the people. When they have a need, we're supposed to, that's why we take up offerings so that we can pay the bills in the church and then take care of the needs of the members. But that's not that in some of these churches that's not happening. They're taking the money. These folks they have them under their spell, convinced them and manipulated them to sell their things, bring the funds, and now they're left out and up a creek without a paddle. What do we do about that? What do we do about that? You can chime in.
Yeah, I'm coming. I was putting something in the back chat. But yeah, I think that these people we can stand up. I mean, and some of these people, let me say this, like with One Love, she wanted a place to, she was searching for a fellowship, a place where she could just,
Right.
have a voice and get some guidance, and ended
Hmm.
up in the wrong place at the wrong time. And
Yeah.
I think people sort of get stuck in, okay, this is what it's supposed to be, or I was raised this way, so I'm supposed to be in church. I'm supposed to be, I'm supposed to, this is the way I'm supposed to do. Sometimes God wants us to have a personal development, a true and personal development with Him or her or whatever you choose him to be or them to be. They want a personal relationship because there may be some things that they need to be shown or they need to be uplifted on or enlightened on. And it may not be that they need to be around a bunch of people. Because sometimes your message can get distorted when you got 55 people. Oh, let me get advice from this one. Let me get advice from that one. Your assignment may not be their assignment. Their assignment may not be your assignment.
Hmm.
And like I said, people go through experiences in life because God may be wanting you to come
Yes.
into these things to let me test your faith and see how strong you are. Let me say this for the record for those naysayers out there thinking that people can tell me who I knew and what I knew. I've been heard about dry throat Jennings. I've been heard about him. This ain't my first rodeo with him. And love to Tony Smith, who's been eating them up for
Hmm.
years. I heard about him when I first came on YouTube before I knew what a One Love was. I heard about them fighting. I glanced over at that sector, but I didn't stay too long into it. I'm like, messy. And like I said, there's no sector that's more messier than the other. Like one day I had decided to take a journey through YouTube. I
Mm-hmm.
went from the trucking sector. They fighting over who got the bigger truck. I went to the workout sector. They're fighting over, oh, you mad because I got a Mercedes and you drive you take a buggy. You drive a horse and carry. I'm like, oh God. I went
Oh.
to the church sector. They fighting over who got the best holy oil. I went to the beefing sector. They fighting as usual. Went to the black sector. They chilling. They usually, pretty more chill, but they are, how they do. Come back
Mm.
to the T sector. Went to the clear T sector. They fight worse than us. I'm like, oh my God. It's like everybody's fighting. Went to the mommy sector. They fighting over who got the bigger stroller. Went to the daddy sector. They fighting over who was at the birth. I mean, come on now. Oh God. I was like, is this real, Jesus? Are you really showing me this? Like this is ugh. It gets messy in all sectors. No sector is above another one. Now, as deep as they go, that is the difference. Because see, when you starting to get into illegal aspects of it, oh, I'm going to sell off information. Oh, I'm going to give you a little peanut to tell me what you think or make up articles or make up narratives about people
Uh-huh.
you know, or I'm going to, you know, harass people and then I'm going to use it under, oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh, I'm a private investigator. Oh, I'm a doctor. Oh, I'm a preacher. Oh, I'm a scientist. I'm a phlebotomist. I'm a counselor. These people make up their own self-proclaimed titles and they use that for
Mm.
their benefit. Then when they can't acknowledge they full accountability, but they want everybody else to acknowledge full accountability, and that person may do it. The person that's mature and that's been through things, very wise and intelligent, may do it. But what happens when the scales become unbalanced? When, oh, let me go dig up, somebody's husband's DD2, or let me go dig up somebody's husband's probation officer or federal officers, this, that. Let me tag them and tell them, oh, I'm going to serve you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Let me dox them. And, oh, let me think I got the upper hand. And I'm not going to get consequences for being, uh, being reckless and being demonic. Oh, I'll get a couple of peanuts, but it won't matter. Whatever I do, it won't matter. And then these same people, they don't want to be talked about. They don't want, you know, their uh they don't want their content or they don't want their tea spilt on the street. They don't want, tea that they bought to the internet trying to clout chase. They don't want, these preachers don't want all of their mistresses and baby mamas and undercover love affairs and all of this. They don't want that brought to the light. That's when it's blasphemy from hell, and this one can't tell a testimony. And C Rock, you asked me to bury your grandmother and your mother, and then la 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 la. What? But see, when I was promoting for you, or when I was your best thing, or you ran to channels, you ran the Eagles for prayer, you ran to this one for prayer, you ran for that to that one to see what information you can get. Then it wasn't no problem then. Oh, let me see what I can get about the black tea sector. Let me see what I can get about the beefing sector. Let me see what I can get about the clear tea sector, the money sector, the trucking sector, the church sector, the movie sector, the mommy sector, the daddy sector, the baby sector. Let me see what I can get. Who got the soggiest pamper on? Who got what? Like, come on, let's be for real. Okay, and see, I think a lot of people they can't take me and they can't take you because you come
Mm-hmm.
with a more passive, the peace that passes all understanding. I come from more of a not a reality. I come from more of a hood. Let's get hood. And see, I know you know how to take off that robe of glory and put on that Chicago shot town through and throughness, you know. Um,
Yeah.
But they want to see, oh, if you're a minister, you supposed to be upholding. You ain't supposed to be upholding nobody's sin. You ain't supposed to be sitting with nobody that has sin. So it's okay when you do it, or when you say it,
Mhm.
or when you hiding it. But when I do it, or if I'm just in a vicinity where God put me in the darkest of places, like I heard you say a long time ago,
Yes.
it's no problem. See, you got no problem calling out my sin, but you don't want yours to be called out. It don't work like that. Sorry. Hmm.
That's right.
Hey, Eagle, you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh
I see
Jesus.
your thing moving. I can't hear you. Let me drop and come back. But yes, guys. Um, hello? Oh, okay. He dropped. I don't know if you guys can hear me, if you guys see my thing moving, but I'm gonna drop and come back. But yes, guys, it's an interesting conversation. Please, Eagles and Sorors, hit that love, comment, share, subscribe. The truth, lifting the veil, springtime, springing forward. Let's clear out all misconceptions. Let's
I
clear
don't
out
know
all lies,
what's
all
going on.
narratives, and let's bring the 8 ball in, the truth that can't be denied. Church,
That's it.
it's time to get ready. Because it's not long now that God is not near. Okay? And I'll be
That's
back on that note. Thank you, Eagles. Thank you to all the replay gang. Thank you to all that assembled in here. Let's get into it. Oh, yo,
can you hear can you hear me now? All right. I don't know if you all can hear me. My system is acting up today, but that's okay. We're going to continue on. We're going to continue on. Um, yeah, it's a mess, and it's so sad that leaders are now manipulating. All right,
well,
can you
okay, I
hear
think
me?
I'm back. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay, I can
Yeah,
hear
I can hear you.
you. Okay. Oh, yeah, what you
Yeah, my I don't know what's going on. My system then shut down, so I had to come on my phone. But
Yeah.
that's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. StreamYard been, doing doing the most. But love to everybody that's assembled, everybody that
yeah,
took the time out and will catch the replay, like I said before. And thank you guys. This is a real conversation. And like I said, anybody, respectfully, if you disagree, if you think me or Eagles is, you know, um if you don't agree with things that are said, it's a way to do it. Come have a grown conversation. Not a,
that's right.
oh, well, I'm gonna you're not supposed to be of God. You shouldn't be up here doing this. You don't tell them, you don't come into nobody's house and use the bathroom on the floor and tell them to clean it up. You do unto others. That's the golden rule. What you don't want done to you, don't do to others. And that's what people don't understand. It's almost like you're teaching like toddlers to walk or to talk. I mean,
Yes,
it's crazy. And some of these people, excuse me, no shade, are grandfathers and grandmothers and luckily some of them great grandfathers. And I mean, y'all up here acting like 5-year olds. And some of these people, they haven't grown past their traumas. They haven't grown
right.
past their, you know, uh, situations, and you lost this and you lost that, or your loss is heaven's gain. Sometimes God can take away one thing to bless you with another, or
That's it.
chastise you and take away. Let me see, you done had this too long, you done got comfortable, so let me take it away. You done got
That's it.
complacent, so let me take it away so I can put you back in an unfamiliar ground and see how you act with that. See, and some people need to have that test so they can have a testimony. Have a test so they can have a
That's it.
testimony. Okay?
That's it.
That's what you people don't understand, or rather, or the ones that don't care. See, there's some that will. Oh, I'll come to your platform. I'll use you as long as it's for
Yeah,
my benefit. But see, when I need you, you can't be found. Or when I need you can't be seen. Or oh, I can't talk about this and I can't do this and I can't do that. One hand's supposed to wash the other, correct? See, you
that's
wanted me
right.
to interrupt my life or interrupt my what I'm doing or what assignment God may have for me to accommodate you. But see, when it's done for you, when the hand is on the other foot, oh, I can't be found. Oh, I'm not around. I can't do this and I can't do that. And I'm not about that. And I'm not above that. Every excuse in the book. But when the tables are turned and I start giving you the energy you gave me, then I'm everything in the book. Then I'm an
That's it.
edophile. Then I'm a house in Virginia. Then I'm a a mastermind. Then I sit with people that ain't right and in the sight of God, and I do this and I do that. Where they do that at? See, it was all
Uh,
good. When it was all good when it was just you. When everything was catered to you, it was all good. But see, now when I ask you to do a simple favor, or if I ask you to back off, or if I tell you I got real life going on, you can't understand that.
right.
You can't you can't comprehend with that, you know.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But these people know that you are being, excuse me, you are being tested. You are being watched. And whether you know it or not, you don't know who's watching what, who's watching who, but know that the Almighty is watching, you know. So
that's
do
it.
unto others. If you don't want nobody lying on you, if you don't want no narratives put out about you, don't put it out about nobody. If you don't want nobody invading your privacy, don't invade nobody else's privacy.
That's right.
You know, y'all, these people, it's like you got to be taught. It's like they're children again. You got to teach them how to walk, teach them how to talk. And then it's, oh, well, excuse me, you hang with Sparkle. Sparkle is doing sin. Excuse me, so Sparkle don't know God because Sparkle doing sin? I think Sparkle had to come into God before being shaped and born into sin and born into iniquity. Somebody got to know something. When I look at my darling Lady Blue, she's one that she has a beautiful spirit, a beautiful soul, an angelic light, and people are trying to
Hmm.
harass her and intentionally doing it. They started with her sister, Essie Berry. Now they're doing her. Okay, I can't get through Essie, so let me come to her. And then when she starts striking back, oh now it's she's bullying and she's harassing, she's getting paid. Excuse me. Some people are telling their story from beginning to end, whether you like it or not.
That's right.
Okay? This is occultism. And see, these people don't even know that they're trying to be little occults.
Hmm.
They're trying to be little groups and little, oh, I gotta run in this game because I can't be powerful by myself. I gotta run in that game. So I can't be powerful by myself. I need help and I need people to be with me. I need people to run with me. Cause see, by myself I'm weak. I'm nothing but a weak little shriveled up dry bones. As Shirley
Yeah,
Caesar once said, dry bones. Uh-huh. I'm nothing without my gang, and I'm nothing without my crew, and I'm nothing without ugh, it's
right,
disgusting.
right.
Disgusting.
But
But yes, and even in the church, oh, this crew get together. Oh, hey, pastor, we gonna put on some short dresses. Who gonna get the pastor first? Who gonna have a night with the pastor? Who gonna have a night with the preacher? Who gonna have a night with the choir member? Who?
sorry, you all.
Yeah, yes, that's okay. Yeah, something too close. Who gonna have a night with the first lady? Who gonna have a night with the deacon? Who gonna have a night with the deaconess? Or we sitting over there. Oh, this group, the saints or the missionary put in $100, while the deacons board couldn't put in $200. Now the deacons board mad at the mother's board because the mother board get a discount. Like oh child, it gets sad. Oh, well, you were supposed to sing, but you didn't sing. But did this one try now sang that one? You in tenor. but you supposed to be a soprano. Oh, now I'm mad at you. Like what? These people, I done seen it all. Trust me. Well,
Yes.
let me give an example while I'm here. So one day I went in with a matching blazer and skirt set into church.
Mhm.
Now they done see me 150 times in there and love to, my place of worship because they judge not.
Right.
Um, this lady comes up to me with this, just so sweet. And I done seen this lady 150 times. She comes
Uh-huh.
up to me while we're having upstairs eating and she goes, "Hey, honey, could you come here for a minute?" And I say, "Yes, ma'am. Um, I just want to tell you, don't wear that no more." I'm like, "Excuse me?" And I was shocked almost, Eagles. I'm like, "Where am I at?"
Right.
I can't hear you. Oh, Lord.
You can't hear.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I can,
Oh,
yeah. She's, she's like,
yes.
"Where am I? Don't wear that anymore." I'm like, "Huh? Don't wear it? What?" I'm looking around like, is there somebody else standing behind me? Ma'am, I know what I put on when I came in this church. Okay. And
Right.
it says, "Come as you are, not as you want me to come."
Right.
Okay. Suppose that's all I had.
Exactly.
Like I said, when I went to my place of worship, homeless people coming into the church, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
just sit there and listen to the word. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Get the message, not the
Exactly.
mess. Get the
Exactly.
message, not the mess. And see, that's what these people are coming in there for, mess. Because
Mm-hmm.
they're messy. And see, they think that, oh, I was a sinner, and now I'm a saint, and now I'm saved, and now I'm Holy Ghost filled, so I can look down at you. Oh, you sitting there talking about you a Jim, and you talking about you a Fed, and this one talking about they are an Avenger, and this one talking about they are a Sparkler, and this one talking about they are Sora and they're Eagle, and this one talking about they one love, and this one talking about they this, and y'all ain't supposed to be on the internet, defending yourselves and gossiping and talking about reality. So what's place and what we supposed to do? Just sit there and look at the walls? Oh, we supposed to turn a blind eye to to what y'all doing in the church. Ain't that right, Donnie McClurkin? Ain't that right, Kurt Franklin? Ain't that right, Devon? Uh-huh. This is what we supposed to be doing, right? We supposed to be sitting here. Oh, they said it, so I guess it's true. They upright. So I guess they done made all this money. They done did all this. They image is correct. I didn't sit on First Lady Sparkle lap or have her sitting on my lap, and in the next 3 weeks I'm married. Uh-huh. As a trophy, as a beer. Make it make sense. Honey, your appetite can be your destruction. Your real appetite can be your destruction. Because see, all will come to the light.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All will come to the light. Trust. Ain't nothing done that God can't undo. Ain't nothing seen that God can't unsee. Okay?
That's
And this ain't rehearsed. This is reality.
that's it.
You know, people try to get into your families. Let me go see if I can disturb your peace. Because you ain't got peace of your own. If you're disturbing somebody else's peace because of what they say on the internet, then you ain't got peace of your own. Like, let's get into Tasha K with her cults, her little wino entertainment cults. So you gonna make the lie a truth. You gonna make Cardi B have a disease when her doctor,
Mm.
herself, and her people that came into a courtroom and said, "Ma'am, this woman does not have a disease, and you still gonna make her have a disease." I
Mm.
have never in my life seen people make wrong right. Oh, Sparkle's charges and this, that, Eagles is this and like where they do that at? Where y'all do this stuff at? Because it's going to be torn down.
Yeah.
All these demonic cults, all these demonic little cliques and followings, and Kirk Franklin mad at this one, and Marvin Sapp, and they fighting with Juanita, and Kim Burrell, she coming at T.S. Madison, she coming at the lady that want to sing, and oh man, put your mask on, cause and this is my solo. Being selfish. When was
They-
God selfish to you to blow breath in your nostrils? Hello.
that's right. So we can identify that occult leaders are judgmental. They condemn and they beat folks over the head with what they consider to be the truth when they twisted it up with lies and false narratives. We cannot, if we're supposed to be followers of Christ, we're supposed to have his heart within our chest. And he's the example that we follow. And the reason why so many cannot follow him because they done slid over into this occultism. They demand things. They demand loyalty. They demand your funds. They demand your attention. They manipulate and they control folks. And what folks don't really recognize is that there is a spell that's been released when you can allow somebody to manipulate and control you, when you can get somebody to do what you're not willing to do, you're under the spell. And so, what we're saying is that you got to be able to watch out and discern the difference between God and occultism. Because just like we as ministers minister to you, you become a part of that body. And in that ministering, you begin to develop a relationship so close, not with man, but with God, that you begin to move by faith. We don't have to sit in churches that is being abusive to us, that is manipulating us, that is controlling us, telling you that you got to bring all your funds and place them into the church. And then your rent ain't being paid. Your lights are being cut off. Your gas is being turned off. You have an eviction notice sitting on your door. Discern. It's all right to support your pastor, but there is a difference between having a relationship with God and just being religious. You don't ever want to be religious. You want to get to know God for yourself. And your prayer should be, Lord, open up my eyes that when I enter into a place that's not of you, I can make a way. You can open up that door of escape and let me out. When it comes to us being servants and believers of Christ, the only sacrifice that we have to make is that we begin to spiritually die. Spiritually, meaning that the flesh begins to die so that our spirits can rise up. The new man can rise up. And the more time that we spend with God, the more time that we spend in his presence and reading his word and in prayer and fasting, he'll begin to open up our eyes so that we can have the discernment that we need to get through life, so that we won't be caught up in a church that is full of occultism. There's signs and sacrifices. When you deal with the occult, you're dealing with an organization that declares that you have to bring about a sacrifice. And a lot of times we sacrifice our own peace. We sacrifice our own joy. We sacrifice um, our praise and worship because we're in seek of answers. We're in seek of something. We're in seek of longing to be a part of something. But we have to make better choices and discern the difference between God and the devil. There are some things that we're going to, in the occult, we're going to be forced to do that we're not going to want to do. Whether it's a blood sacrifice, whether it comes to drinking blood, doing sexually immoral things, that happens in the church. This is how so many leaders and pastors obtain such notoriety and fame and fortune, because as long as they're doing what the enemy wants them to do, he's going to keep on blessing them. But the difference is that he blesses to bind. And I just believe that some of these preachers have sold their souls just to be on top. And this is why we seem to forget about God. This is why we seem to preach anything and everything other than God. This is why we preach so much on money and fashion. Why is it that if we certain members don't have the most expensive car, that we have to tell them that we're not going to counsel them? These are things that I've heard throughout my life. If you don't have the baddest car, I'm not counseling you. If you're not giving in the offerings, I'm not counseling you. I'm not praying for you. And then I've heard folks say that if your car is leaking oil, you can't park it on the church's parking lot. These are occult behaviors. They judge you. They sweep around your door. They bash you. They even preach hate, but do it in such a way that you can't say that it's hate. They pick and nitpick at folks. Where's the church is supposed to be a place where you can come in and find healing, find deliverance, find restoration. We cannot change anybody, but we can bring them to the person that can change them. We use racism from the pulpit. We use hatred. We use homophobic slurs and the occultlism. This is what you would find in the occult churches, they're double minded. They preach one thing, but then backpedal to backpedal from what they said. We're aggressive, and they're preaching hatred, bashing folks. We don't have to love what the person do, but we do have to love the person. We may not agree with the lifestyle and the things that they do. That goes for straight, heterosexual, the community, and all. But when do we come to a place where we have allowed God to change us? And how is it that the leaders expect the members to come to the altar, but we won't, as leaders, won't come to the altar? How can we ask the sheep to do what we're not willing to do? We hide and cover up our sins and our issues, but we condemn those that sits in the audience. It's a mess. And until we turn back to God, nothing's going to be the same. And this is not for all churches, because there are some good churches. There are some great churches, some churches that's out there that's doing what God wants them to do, what God has instructed them to do. They're going down the right path. But we're talking about those churches where occultism has crept into the church, and now they're doing what the occult leaders are doing. We're not to manipulate and control people and put them under a spell. We're supposed to come present God to them and allow God to do what God's going to do. We can't beat certain things out of folks. I don't care if it's homosexuality, but that's the one that they use the most. That's the one that they use to attack the most. But let's talk about the liars. Let's talk about the adulterers. Let's talk about preachers that can't keep their hands off the children. I shared with you that I found out that even in the occult churches, there is a high spirit of sexuality that runs from the leader on down, where he finds that it's acceptable to sleep with everybody and their mama in the church. What do we do? And not only that, but some of these preachers are allowing folks that look like they are of God to come into their churches and preach and teach this funny, fruity, crazy stuff. We've got to discern the difference. We've got to get to know God for ourselves, so that we can see when the enemy has stepped in the room. Occultism is dangerous. And when it enters into the church, it becomes a dangerous place, a damaging place. Because folks are being hurt. Folks are being used and used and their lives are being turned upside down, inside out, and it's shattering families, it's destroying families, it's destroying children, it's destroying marriages, all because of this thing called occultism that has crept in. Some of us have entered into occult situations and don't even know it. You go off to college and you join sororities, and a cult. Y'all don't like that, but that's okay. A sorority is an occult. Worshipping Greek gods. And then they mix in the truth with the lie and call it church. Anybody out there that's doing yoga, it's an occult thing. And somebody may be watching right now trying to figure out how they're going to get out of this thing. Trying to figure out if they can get out of it. And you can. You can. You can come out and you can be delivered. Only if you want to. And it's strange because you can come out of an occult and be free, but your mind still be in bondage. I'm hoping that Sparkle comes back, because when she comes back, we're going to take a break. And then we're going to move from talking about the occultism in the church to addressing the occultism here on social media. Because it's real. Even here on this app, it's real. It's on the app as well. It's in social media as well. And folks need to know that they can come out of it and that they can be okay. That they can be all right. We do things and we operate in things and don't realize that it's a part of the occult system. Because nobody teaches us about it. Nobody tells us about these things. In fact, they encourage us to connect and get into these things. And before you know it, by the time you run across a live like this, you are deep in it. We've got to start discerning. There's so many occults out there that is dressed up like church. It gives the illusion of Christ, but it creeps into the church and it's destroying and embarrassing and making folks look bad, making leaders look bad. We manipulate the folks. I don't let me rewind that because I don't manipulate anybody. It,
Mhm.
if you don't want to be a part of my channel, that's fine. I ain't here to hold you prisoner.
Mhm.
I don't manipulate you to and try to control you. I don't tell you that if you're going to go over there to this
Mhm.
channel and someone is speaking ill of me and you want to go over there and hang, I that it doesn't matter to me
Mhm.
because I don't believe in holding people as prisoners. We're going to take a break, Sparkle, and when we come back, I want to talk about occultism on social media,
Mm. Okay.
and then we'll move into the celebrity part of it because there's a lot that goes on in the celebrity world.
Mhm.
That's an organization that's called the Illuminati. Some people believe in it, believe that it exists, and some people don't.
Mhm.
But it's an occult because it causes you to do things in order to gain fame and notoriety. So you all
Mhm.
stay with us and we'll be right back and we're going to talk about the occultism here on social media. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channels as well as Sparkle's channels. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. You are tuning in to the Eagle Soaring High, Channel 2 Fireside Chat. I am your host, Minister A. Williams, aka Eagle Soaring High, and I am here with my guests, the legendary Sparkle. And we are talking about unveiling occultism within the church. But now we're going to move from occultism being in the church to having a conversation about the occultism here on social media, particular particularly on this app. You know, Sparrow, when I first came here to this app, I didn't realize that YouTube could be dark and that it could be a dark place. But I've said it before, it's not the app that's bad. It's not the app that it's a nightmare. but it's the people, some of the people on this app. And so when I first came on here, I did not realize how dark that this place could be. And then the more as I came on, the more as I did lives, the more as I uploaded videos and it shorts, and I began to travel around these streets, I began to find that occultism just, it's not just in the church, but it's in social media too. Some of these folks, some of these content creators on this app have built up occults. They don't call it occults. They don't see it as an occult, but that's what it is. Because when you can instruct somebody what to do and they do it, you're under the spell of occultism and the Jezebel spirit. When you can pull folks that don't know the full story of what's going on with certain content creators, but they jump right on, they pull them into mess, they pull them onto the hate train. They hear half the story, and because they may like one content creator that may have an issue with another content creator, they just jump right on that train and they begin to attack. So if they tell them go strike this one, they go strike it. If they tell them go troll this one, they troll it. If they tell the people in their chat to dislike this one, they get on that train. Have you seen and experienced occultism on this app?
Definitely, definitely, definitely. And it's sad. It's almost like it's like why? I mean, I understand these people. Some of these people are in their 60s, some possibly in their 70s. You know, and these people have such such a hatred. They build up a hatred for people. They build up a, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they even if they even if they yeah, I'm sorry, I was doing something. Even if they you know, I gotta get paid, or even some of them don't even get paid. They just troll people. They're being used as guinea pigs, and they okay with it because they have no motivation. They have no morals. They didn't have people to tell them you are worth more than that. You
Right.
know, and we'll sit around, oh, we hate eagles because eagles hang with Sparkle. We hate eagles because eagles hang with Lady Blue. We hate eagles because eagles hang with One Love and this, that, and that. Like, what? Oh,
Yeah.
just go flag their page. Just go strike them. Just go do. Okay, so now you're trying to control the narrative. Oh, I can put out what I want about Eagles, or what I want about Sparkle, or what I want about One Love, or what I want about Lady Blue, what I want about Essie Berry, and then they have no comeback, or they have no right to react or counteract.
Right.
And like I said, let me say this for the record: I don't just come at people unless it may be maybe about I say about 20 to 25% of the time. If it's somebody I love or like, have grown to love, yeah,
Mhm.
maybe I'll jump out the window. But I'll always tell them, oh, this may be joke. This is all in fun. This is that and the third. But it boils down to people want to control you. People want to uh how can I say it? People want to tell you what to go. They want to have some sort of hold on you, witchcraft hold, or if you want to say they want to have a some kind of hold on you. And it's sad because it's almost like this is where you get your power from. This is where you get your. This is the only way you can have power is if digging into people's lives and
Mhm.
doing things that may not be detrimental to you in the end. This is what you do, or I listen to half a story, I don't know what's really going on, but I'm going to take it. And just because somebody went and told me their version of the story because they don't like this other person or they don't get with this other person,
Mhm.
now all of a sudden, um, I don't like the person that I've been knowing before I ever came on this app. I don't like the other person that I've been knowing before. I may have had an acquaintanceship with them
Right.
for a long time, and I don't know this new person. I just see them coming in the chat, but they come to cause contention, chaos, and
Mhm.
confusion. And just like with this other content creator who
Mhm.
I just have to I can't say I pity him. I'll say I just pray that he gets a backbone. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It's like you bowing down to people that are how can I say it? It's like they're using their flex or their likability or cult following or whatever they have that it's called hold on you. Uh to make you bow down after they decided to step outside and play with the law or feel as if they're doing their justice, but it may not be justice because what they may be doing could
Right.
end them up in hot water, whether legally imprisonment or whatever, doing false narratives and false lies. Like I said, I know who uh wannabe superstar called, authorities to my residence. I'm like, what? They're like, oh, well, you're on the internet and I got a right to be on the internet. I'm not threatening nobody's lives.
Right.
I'm not, what? But it's these groups of people. Oh, go over there and listen to what Sparkle's saying and then come back and tell me. Then they come back with half the story. They come back with what they want to come back with. They done flipped it, remixed it, reversed it, unoed it, draw forwarded, subtracted it, skipped it. Like, if you need to know something, come ask me. Don't assume. Like yesterday, I had a content creator. I had caught his video. It's like, okay, I mentioned your name, but there's another, or it was two other content creators with the same name. And that's another thing. They have 55 people with the same name. And then it's like, oh, because I mentioned one name, instead of you coming to ask me, well, were you referring to me? Because another content creator had referred to this person. And instead of him
Mhm.
being a supposed grown man and allegedly he was incarcerated. So how the hell you know what was said? Excuse my French. How
Oh,
you know what was said? See, instead of you coming to be a grown man and ask me what did I say, or if I said anything, or if I referred to you.
right.
You ready to run around. Oh, don't this person don't even got commentary. This you don't know me because my views say different. They may not watch in the beginning, but they going to watch the replay because I'm a charismatic person, and I just happen to be inherited into the music industry. I didn't
Right.
ask for the music industry. The music industry fell upon me, which we'll get to. But yes, it's definitely some sad people. Just like I saw the slow meters or the mellow meters, oh, run out and strike these people pages, run out and strike that person page, run out and mess with these people, troll these people. Like when I seen this content creator, shout out to the gyms, speak with your girl Marcella, get into a showdown with Love and Marriage Huntsville Sunny. It's like, oh, you can't talk about my relationship. You can't talk. Excuse me, ma'am. Ain't you on a T? Or excuse me, aren't you on a TV show? Because I almost got a hood. Aren't you on a TV show? Are you insane? Are you just sensitive and weak? What is the problem? You're on a TV show. You're going to be talked about. You're in the spotlight. You're going to be talked about, whether negatively or positively. And see, that's what these people don't understand. They don't want to be talked about, but they want to run and try to get in the industry they know nothing about. They will dissect your whole life like a frog, like we was in chemistry class. They
Yep.
will pull apart, dig in every part of your life that you can ever think of. Your kids' life, your grandkids' life, your great grandkids' life. Kids that probably ain't even gonna be born yet. See,
Mhm.
do you really want this? I'm
So,
firsthand telling you about this. I ain't secondhand. I ain't gotta make up characters, make believe, and oh, this, that, and the third. I know what I seen. I know what I've been through. You can't walk in my test or my testimony.
so where do you believe, in your perspective, where do you believe that this this hatred and this dislike come from on this app as it concerns occultism?
I think it comes from people being weak minded. I think it comes from people trying to, it can also come from a lot of different ways. It could come from people being vulnerable. You know,
Yeah,
like in the case of One Love, she had grief going on, which will probably be forever. I hope not. You know, sometimes people can grow. You know, you know that the angels walk beside you. I'm still grieving for people from years and years ago.
right, right,
Everybody's still grieving. I'm sure you're grieving if you could think about some people that you may have lost that, you know, you may not have been able to say goodbye to,
right.
or you may not have been able to reach, or y'all may have had a disagreement. And that's the breakdown in families. Oh, this person mad about something that happened 25 years ago, 35 years ago, 55 years ago. The other
Mm,
person probably done going on the glory, and you still, oh, well, they took my husband back in 74. They slept with my wife back in 65. Like, what? Let
yeah,
it go. Let it go. That's why you walking around, can't get no luck, ain't got a job, can't get no blessing, can't get no miracle, can't get to your Boaz or your Ruth, because you
right.
running to see what somebody else doing.
Mm. And digging around other people's
Yeah.
front door.
Your graveyards or houses or cemeteries or plantations or endowments and estates and oh, let me see what Sparkle got going on. Let me make up something on Sparkle. Let me go try to get an interview with Sparkle and these people and not Sparkle with Sparkle people. See what dirt I can dig up. Come ask me. Because first of all, ain't nobody coming to you. They don't know you.
So
And
that that
any idiot that does is dumb and they gonna make up something, which most I don't really have too many enemies like that. You know, people have their hatred for whatever reason, but the half of them can't even tell you why they hate besides the light shines upon the angels. Just like with you, Eagles. Half of these people can't come tell you why they don't like you. Oh,
pretty
just because you sit with this person. Just because you sit with that person. Oh, I don't like you now because you don't do what I asked you to do. I don't like you because you don't stop your life to go live every time somebody say something to me. Now I don't like you. I don't care about you.
mm,
What? That's
control
it. And
and
until you move
manipulation.
that stone out your heart, shout out to Stone Packs. Angie Stone's a best friend and Eagles. You know, we had a conversation with Stone and shout out to
Yeah,
him. He's you know amazing. But I mean, you know, these people in Big Meech, these people have how could you say it? A control mechanism. And it's sad because they never had control in their lives. They feel like
mm,
people have taken stuff from them. Or it was when they got touched or when they got inappropriately uh discriminated against or they got outcast and it's like these people have a vendetta okay, I'm going to passively aggressively ask you to do this or tell you to do this or to suggest that you do this. And if you don't do it, then I'm going to get mad or I'm going to take it out on everybody else or I'm going to, my trauma is going to be your trauma. And that's one thing about Tommy Williams. Shout out to the Williams family,
Yeah.
Mauricio and Tommy and everybody that on the loss of, transition of Pop Williams. It gets to a place where it's like, and Tommy pretty much is an easygoing person. He's a virtuous Virgo. Man, he's pretty much easygoing. But everybody has their limits. Because I mean, it used to be a time where people were on here and it's like, oh, everybody got their opinions about Wendy. I even had my opinion. But see, I come from firsthand knowledge. I don't come from secondhand knowledge.
Right.
Okay, I was chosen to run her birthday parties. Me. Okay. And I don't need nobody's validation. I don't need nobody's, oh, well, Sparkle. And shout out to Marcella.
Yes.
And I don't need nobody's validation. I know what I did and I know when I did it. I know what I did. And like I said, me and Marcella had some great times and great conversations.
Yeah.
Because Marcella knows knows a part of the industry too. We dealt with the same guy who's over touring, whoever he is. Shout out to Melly Mel, Grandmaster of the Fairmaster Flash and the Furious Five. These people, like I said, I have a way with people, and it was designed for me to stick around in the industry.
Right.
And you may not know it, they may not know it, he may not know it, she may not know it. There's a reason.
Yes, yes.
Because to come witness a lot of the things that are happening and to relate it to things like, shout out to Unapologetically Nina. I don't know if she changed her name, but I mean, she went to school with Marvin Sapp. I'm going to see if I can find her. Yeah, she went to school. She said he was nothing like he is now. Nothing. But he got into that occult and fame and, now you got to get down and bend down and do this, that, and the third. And now it's, I'm not real anymore. I am who I am. I am that I am. And, I forgot about God and I forgot about being humble and I forgot about my humble beginnings. But I'll come on TV just like Steve Harvey. Just like Donnie McClurkin, I come on TV and I'll make up half of this and then I'll use a little bit of that to gain the world and gain sympathy. Oh, now they'll believe me. I was homeless, so now they'll believe me. I'll take Cat Williams' story and I'll make it my own.
That happens a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying that happens a lot on this app where people steal other people's stories. They hear their testimonies, they hear their stories, and a lot of folks grab at that and take it and make it their own. And so when they do that, then they have that issue of control. And that happens on social media a lot when a person can't control you and they can't manipulate you to do what it is that they want. Then the lies start coming, then the false narratives start coming, and false documents start popping up all over the place. And now you have folks that's sitting around looking and being entertained by this stuff, says, oh, that's what it is. Well, let me jump on this train and join up with you and attack these other content creators for what's happening.
And don't even know half of the story. They may came in at the end of the story, the middle of the story. Don't know what's going on. They jump. Oh, let me go run to this person and tell this story and make them believe this. And let me go tell that story to make them believe that. let me go fly and make up this lie. I'm gonna add this. I might get a piece of this. It may
Right.
be true, and then I'm gonna add the rest to it. And then, I believe this about that person. I believe, this person made me come to your channel. They didn't take you by the hand. They didn't pull your hand
Right.
and put a piece of steel to your head and say, look, you go to this channel. And if you don't go to this channel, it's expiration date. I'm going, just because people suggest channels all day long. If you go there and like it's a flavor of ice cream. If you don't like butter pecan, I might like chocolate. Just like with the homosexuality thing or the ubiquitous community thing. You can't force your heterosexualness on somebody. You can't
That's
force your LGBTQIA on somebody. And I'm
that's
so sick of people, this agenda. So the LGBTQIA has something they were proud of, the rainbow flag, which wasn't originally for that. The rainbow was just to mesh everybody together. Everybody. I hate
mhm.
equals that.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's like it's almost sad. And then they come with this narrative. Oh, this group of people. Oh, y'all are trying to corrupt our children. Yeah, excuse me. Don't these children got to learn that there's more than one type of person in this world? There's not short people. There's not tall people. There's not fat people. There's not pleasantly plump people. There's not skinny people. There's not, voluptuous people. There's every type of person in every shade. That's why it's called the United, not the Divided States of America.
Yeah.
United, not the Divided States of America.
And I think that it's up. If they are pushing this agenda onto the world, not that I'm saying that they are, but if they are,
Hypothetically, if they were,
it's
yeah.
our it's our responsibility as their children's parents to teach them that you don't have to agree with it, but you have to treat people with respect. It's like one of the content creators on here said, Mr. Rock Leach, shout out to you, sir. He says you don't have to love the sin, but you do have to love the sinner. And when we can get to that point um, in life, I think the world will be better, because teaching the young people to hate is not good. Because when you teach them to hate, then that's a form of manipulation and control, and they move in that way, and that's when you start seeing a lot of them snap, crackling, and popping, and going off and powing folks. My thing is that I need people to understand you don't have to agree. You can agree to disagree, but do it respectfully, but not be abusive to folks. I don't care if you're black, white, red, yellow, purple, green, straight, gay, transgender. We got to learn to love folks, because if the truth be known, we have things even on the inside of us, or we do things that's not pleasing to God, that he detests. But it doesn't change his love for us. He may
Exactly.
not like it, may not like our behavior, our actions, but before he gives us what we really deserve, the son steps in and says, hey daddy, let me intercede for them, let me pray for them. And he no longer, he sees us through the eyes of mercy and grace, and he loves us. He separates us from our lifestyle, and he loves us in spite of. God is not a God that bashes people. He's not the type that um just beats up on folks. And because of that, if we're following his example, then we have to do as he does. And we got to love, we got to forgive, we've got to show mercy, and we got to show grace. Let me ask you this, as a content creator, how do you and how should others protect themselves from being under that control and that manipulation spirit that flows through social media? Uh-oh.
He was performing miracles. Sorry, he was performing miracles. They came at Jesus. I think people need to get into their own mind, stop being weak, and stop being, oh, I'm gonna run with the crowd because the more popular person, or what I think is the more popular person that has the views or has the clouts or has the clicks, and that may not even be the more popular person. That just may
Right.
be the person that learned their skill of how to sway the people, you know.
Absolutely.
And it's sad, but I think people need to get a backbone, just like me. I had to find my, because I used to be that way. Oh, let me run with this way. Let me run with that way. And it wasn't always like that. Because
Right.
I always started out as a leader. Because after a while, when you get in trouble for doing something that you had no business doing, and then everybody else takes the blame. Like I was in a whole big thing. It was about 8 of us. Each of our parents had to be in there, and it was embarrassing. Because it's like because
Mhm.
of a letter, this event happened. Then this event happened to a teacher. Then that event happened to
Mhm.
a teacher where she could have lost her life,
Mhm.
where she
Wow.
had her baby on the freeway. But because of a simple no that I said,
Mhm.
so now I'm implicated in it because it was like this whole clue thing. And then it got to a parent getting up preaching and saying, listen, I had to walk miles to school. Y'all may have to walk
Mhm.
blocks. I had to walk
That's
miles dirty, barefoot, no shoes.
that's it.
See, people don't understand that. They understand, oh, now I got this technology and it can become a blessing and a curse. Because now these avatars or avatars, as Shush Trish, smash it, say.
Shout
They
out
get
to
on this app
Tree.
and they got this whole nation where now I can't be seen. Now I think I can't be touched. Now I think I
Mhm.
can't be noticed. And shout out to Dovey Roby and the scooters. You know, they said, no, this is not going to happen. I'm going to reach out and touch just to show you I got the power.
Right.
I got the power. And anybody and everybody, right? Equals
Everybody. That's it.
everybody can be and will and can be found. See, that's why. Yeah, I
Absolutely.
can do the verbal going back and forth, but see, when it gets to a point of, oh, I got to put an order of protection, oh, I got to put a restraining order, oh, I got to do this. That's when it becomes. Listen, ain't nobody got time for that.
I know
If you
that's
can't fight with words that you initiated, then just get out, because
that's
you're
it.
not built, you're not ready. Because trust me, in the industry that I'm in, huh, stories gonna be spent all day long, and you
Mm,
ain't got no control over it.
that's right. And it'd be some sad ones, and
Yeah.
it'd be out there, and folks believe it, and then you find out later on that it was a lie.
It was a lie from the pits of hell. But these people, it's about control, it's about power, and it's about influence. And that's what these people on this app. And let me shout out to Jay Wilson and the Rider Lives and Treasure Lane and the Supremes. Um, these are two of the beefing sector's most prominent gay men, and they are respected in their own rights. Jay Wilson is like of your caliber of the church, and he tells it like it is. There's people that sit around and that uh and One Love is very fond of him, and he celebrates her um as well as he celebrates you. He knows about, I always bring y'all up because
Yeah.
he he like you. He's a gay male. He lives in his truths. When he first came on, people were confused. They didn't know. I guess he played up, the heterosexualness or the whatever he played up. But then he came out. I guess he was outed by another
Mhm.
content creator
Oh
or
wow.
whatever. Shout out to Wiley, you know, or whatever it was. They said he trolled them into coming out or whatever. Who knows? But people that know, they know. And just like I said, people that know the stories, that know Eagles ain't touching no kids, know that
Oh,
Sparkle ain't touching no kids, know that One Love ain't doing whatever she doing. Oh, One Love ain't sitting in the background being a paymaster. And this, that. First of all, let me explain something to y'all. If I was gonna sell out, I would have sold out a long, long time ago. Okay?
mm,
I chose not to. That's why I'm still here. Okay? I'm here for divine purpose. I'm not here for a short time, but I'm here for a strong time. Hello?
all right.
What's the T? See what it is? Eagles, I'm sorry. These people have a complex within themselves, and it comes from when they was younger, when they were forgotten about, when they were inappropriately touched. And I'm sorry to all of those people. That's why
Yeah.
they get on the phone, they call CPS. That's why they get on the phone, they call the law, play with the law. That's why they get on the phone, let me dig into your life. Let me see what I can find out because they're not happy with their life. Shout out to Queen Kwani. They're not happy with their lives. I'm not invested in these people. These people don't finance, or feed me. So why would I care about what they say?
I
Why
know
would I
that's
care
right.
about what they do? You know,
Yes.
man, I'm sorry, because I knew you were
So,
gonna say.
no, no, you're fine. You're fine. So when we find folks that when they can't control you, they try to control the narrative, but they also now are trying to control the pockets of other people. They're trying to control, um, find out who's giving what to who, and their cash ups. Why? Is it because they're upset because people not giving to their occult? Is that what that is?
You hit it right on the head. That's exactly what that is, and it's sad because it's like, why would y'all be so invested in something that don't concern you? Why would you be so? You don't know if somebody's getting money or not. You just gonna run with it. You just gonna lie about it. Or you just gonna speculate about it. Whether it's true or not, I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna
Right.
make it up because this is what I feel, and this is what was said, and this is what was told, and this is the lies. And they do this, and they come up with plans. So I know they know what they're doing. It ain't that they
Absolutely.
don't know what they do; they don't care about what they're doing. It's almost like, oh, if you're not with this crew, if you're not with the drug using crew, or you're not with the manipulation crew, or you're not with the homongering crew, then you ain't no good for nobody.
Yeah.
We don't roll with you. We look down upon you. If you ain't chasing somebody's husband, if you ain't chasing somebody's wife, if you ain't trying to conquer and get all the women you can, vice versa, get all the men you can, and some of them getting both sexes as they can, then you ain't no good. If we can't use you and manipulate you, you ain't no good.
Right.
See, but with every shut eye ain't sleep, and every goodbye ain't gone. God sees all in the sight of.
Yes. Yes. So it's again, it's all about control and
Mhm.
manipulation and
Exactly.
what people can do in order to build themselves up and make
Mhm.
themselves look good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's now detour because we've talked about the occultism within the church, and we now talked about the occultism here on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Let's now go over to the occultism within the celebrity world
Yeah. That's
because
disgusting.
there's a lot of stuff that I've heard, but I can only say allegedly because I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard that there's been those moments where those that are trying to make it have become a part of the Illuminati, and that they've had to do strange things, such as allegedly drinking blood, sacrificing loved ones, sacrificing friends, in
Mm-hmm.
to be able to make it big. But then it
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't stop there. But I've heard that they allegedly that they've had to do sexual things. Some men sleeping with the men, and some men sleeping with women, and women sleeping with women, and doing all types of things just to make it and become big and relevant in today's world.
Mm-hmm.
How do
Def- Definitely true on some accounts. Now, some of them people may be speculating, like I said, because some of these people I know, and some of
Mhm.
these people I don't. I don't want to get too much into. But yes, some of them they definitely do because they. How can I say it? They have their weakness. It's weakness. It's a lot of you know, well, my childhood was messed up or this was taken from me. It's almost like social media. This was taken from me. So, and I don't have a weak mind. I'm in a strong mind. So I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to go with the majority. And I'm not going to say nothing. I know it's wrong, but I'm
right.
not going to say nothing because, you know, excuse me, I'm not going to say nothing because, um, I'm just not. That's just not me. I don't know
Mm.
what to do. I'm in a state of grief. Like I said, I'm in a state of vulnerability. Like one love, she was in a state of vulnerability, and they prayed on that. Let me pray on that
Mm.
because that's what it is. Let me pray on that. Let me look for your weakness. Oh, you like drinking? You like this, that, and the third? Okay. So if you like this, that, and the third, we're gonna use what you like to try to tempt you. Uh-huh. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use that. And then we're gonna get you snowed in and to the point where, oh, we love you. You're our guinea pig. You're our test.
Mm.
You're the one that we can come to. You're the one that we can you're the one that we can use as a hamster, as a wheel, as an experiment. You're the and see, I ain't never been that. And they
Right.
know they can't play with me like that. They know they can't give me 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 6 million. Child, please. And what? And for what? Something that you ain't going something that ain't gonna last?
Mm.
Something that ain't gonna last? Oh, okay. Something that's gonna be snatched right from you?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Please. I ain't got time for that. Like I said, these people, oof, it just is it's sad that these people have no backbones to stand on. And when I see it, and even like with the Unwound with Teddy situation,
Hmm.
versus Danny. You know, that was their situation. And I mean, people have jumped on bandwagons and people have become, oh, well, I'm standing up for this side because this side ain't lying. And then you come to find out they made up this part. They didn't tell you this part. They omitted that part. You know, it, oh, child, it gets sad. It gets very sad. It gets very sad. Then these people are trying to fight to get into something they know nothing about.
Mm.
Half of them wouldn't. Half of them couldn't. If they tried, they couldn't.
Right.
Um, if they tried, they couldn't become who they want to become. You know, and you still not going to reach. And what do you think you're going to have? Okay, you got the notoriety, and you still living miserable. You still getting that deal, getting cut out that deal that you were supposed to get, and getting a penny of what you supposed to be getting, and you can't say nothing about it. You
Right.
can't say nothing about it because the publicists going to write up a story. They gonna get swayed with money, or they gonna get expired if they don't go along with what's done, or their
Mm,
family gonna get expired, or you gotta offer your family, or you gotta not people you don't care about, everyday people. You got all people you would die for.
that's
Okay, and I'm telling you firsthand. I ain't telling you second hand, third hand, or 12th hand. I'm telling you what I know. But go ahead, Eagles. Child.
who that was. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with, and it's a lot. Let's talk about that just for a short while. Beyonce. We were talking about Beyonce the other day, and I was sharing with you how she was on stage one time during her concert, and she ripped the pages from the Bible, and she took them and used them as a sanitary napkin. Is that something that would be required for her to do to keep her status and being on top? Because that's very much a cultist and sacrilegious.
Exactly. It's very it's sad that some of these people they got to do things, and they're told by the higher ups, if you don't do them, you're out of here. Your career gonna be ruined, or your loved one's gonna be taken out, and ain't nothing you can do about it. See, people don't know the inside. I'm on the inside looking out. Some people on the outside looking in still can't get in if they tried. As you know, people will try to connect themselves to different people. Oh, let me connect myself to this, and let me try to clout chase off this person, and let me get that story going. I've been there. Once you get to Tommy Williams, you ain't been to the top. And
Ooh,
Tommy requested me to come there when him and Wendy had their little friction, situation going. Rest in peace to Mama Williams. And we did a test thing, and he said, let's test it and see if you come on, it's gonna be a sing. If it's don't work out, then what can you say? We tried. We get and he
right.
was very professional about it, and it was a hit. And then infiltrators come in and they try to, oh, I see you shining, I see you moving up, so I'm not happy. Let me come and try to break it down. Let me try to manipulate and find a way to get in. And you still ain't get in. And you won't get in
Wow.
because there are things that I might not never say on this app. And you'd be shocked. And I'm going to
Oh,
leave it there. Well, I mean, I know you probably wouldn't, but a lot of people would be shocked. And I'm going to leave it at that. And like I said, shout out to Wendy. How you doing? Mm-hmm.
so just to be fair and clear,
Uh,
um, everybody in the industry, not all of them have gone to that extreme to make it correct.
There's some great ones out there. You just got to know. Shout out to Nee Leaks. Shout out to all the people in the Rada Live, said hello to the sorors, uh, Eagles and everybody. I there's a lot, there's good people. I think I got a picture somewhere with it's either Cynthia or Nene. When they came to this club that I used to frequent, now it's turned back to a restaurant. They had to come. This is when Real Housewives just at first got hot. I think they were maybe in like the third, fourth season. No, yeah, because Lisa Wu and them had left. And when they came to the club, they had to get them. It was so much tension going on.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been the fifth or sixth season. It was so much tension going on that they had to bring them there two by twos. They
Wow.
couldn't bring them all there together because the child, they probably would have tore that club up. And I didn't. Mm-mm. And I got a picture with one of them. I believe it's Cynthia, Nene, one of them. But I them people. Those are just people. We're just people that got lucky. Some people got inherited into this, and it ain't everything ain't always what it seems. I'ma say that. No,
Right.
everybody don't drink blood. Everybody don't sacrifice their family, but it does go on. Okay, it does go. It depends on your how can I say this? Your backbone. And see, that's what a lot of people on YouTube, they need to stop, because half of these people will never get thought of by the industry. Y'all ain't even built. And no shade, I'm not trying to be funny. Some of y'all
Right.
not even built to last. You wouldn't get past the hold on a second. Sorry. You wouldn't get past the preliminaries. You wouldn't get past. And y'all wouldn't want y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what people walk through. Okay? And I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all don't know what people walk through. Y'all never know. Like I said, some stuff I may never tell on this app.
I know that's right.
Just don't jump and think, oh, I see the glitz, I see the glamour, because that's how a lot of them got messed up. That's how a lot of them got. Oh, I see the shiny diamonds and the expensive houses and this and that. Okay, and they still, and half of them miserable. Half of them is child strung out, got addictions, but they put
Right.
it on TV. Let me get the publicist. Let me get the A&R. Let me get the makeup artist. Let me get to this, that, and the third. Let me get this to spin a story to make it seem like, oh, well, it benefited in the favor. I'm not going to tell the
Mhm.
truth. I'm going to make it up to where it looked like, oh, this person was sold this and they grew up with humble beginnings and, they giving to these people and knowing they only giving on TV. So does that TV, what's the name in? They snatching it right back. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that shot. Hmm. Child,
Wow.
child, please. I got time for that junk. Them people, some of them. Like I say, I hate saying them people because some of them, my peers, I'm not going to ever, not throw them under the bus, but I'm not never,
Right.
because some of them have integrity. Some of them have, you ain't going to play with me like that. And that's the ones that either they say they faded away, they've been mainstream, and now they not no more.
Mhm.
According to who? Half of these people
Everybody.
have been. Helped build the essential brick by brick foundation of it.
Mm.
Okay, and see, we always get looked over. We always get
Right.
um we always get the low end of the stick. Oh, y'all old, y'all this and y'all that. If it wasn't for that we crawled, y'all wouldn't be able to walk.
Oh, true that. True that.
Mhm.
Because it's always someone that came before us
Mhm.
to open up that pathway.
Exactly. Somebody had to unlock the doors. Somebody
That's
had to take them
right.
in words. Somebody had to take them. Oh, y'all got to go through the back. Y'all ain't good enough to eat with us. Y'all can't go to
Mhm.
this movie theater. Y'all can't go sit in this on this bus. Y'all can't do this and do that.
Right.
Your family ain't good enough. Who are y'all? Y'all are darkies. Y'all are the child, please. Like I said, and then people run around, oh, well, I'll take this N word and I'll make it something that's endearing. It ain't never been
Endearing.
endearing. I don't care how you make it, how you twist it, turn it, O'Shea,
That's
aka
right.
Ice Cube. I don't care what y'all did with it, what y'all tried to flip it, reverse it, Uno, skip it, and draw forward. It still was derogatory. just like the F word, just like the D word, just like the bull, the agger word. It's not something positive. Just like the B, and I'm talking about the other B word that rhymes with witch.
Uh,
It ain't nothing positive about it. One minute you want to be kings and queens. Next minute you want to be gods and goddesses. Next minute you a itch. Next minute you like, well, y'all gotta pick a struggle.
yeah.
Y'all got to pick a struggle. But like I said, y'all wish y'all knew half of what. I ain't gonna say too much. Just know, baby, everything ain't always what it seems, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Mm.
So, how did you avoid being caught up in that section
Of
and
the
that
end,
place
um,
of the occults?
cause I knew I had good people around me. I had good people around me. Listen, this is this, this is that, that is this is that. If you choose to go down this way, then you got to deal with the consequences. If you want to get all this power, fame, and be noticed, you got to deal with these consequences. See, people don't know. They think, oh, let me become the reality TV's most talked about. Let me get on YouTube and spread. But go ahead, Edith. I'm sorry, I got a cold.
Okay. Yes, this is very, I think it's been a very good, informative, live in dealing in conversation about occultism within the church. And not only within the church, but on social media and in the industry. It's fascinating to see and know um, all that I've learned quite a bit on this app. Thank you, exotic cat ooh, bone. Thank you, thank you for showing up, and welcome to the nest. Because I think this is my first time seeing you here, and I really appreciate your support to come by this little bitty old channel to uh, support me and my guests. Uh, I really, really appreciate you, and I'm glad that you found it informative. That means a lot to me. So thank you for coming by, and please, whenever you want to come by again just to hang out with us, you are more than welcome to. Uh, so yeah, we've got to really, really be able to discern because we can get caught up even in the simplest things. I mentioned sororities. That's an occult. People are coming out, men and women are coming uh, out of the sororities because they're talking about how demonic and diabolical they are. Even with yoga, and I know that you all out there may not like it, but yeah, yoga is not a very good thing. We believe that it's a great thing to do and exercise, but it's not. Um, so we have to be careful. And when it comes to the music industry and actors and actresses, particularly with music, we have to watch those that we listen to because we got to remember that the devil was the chief musician when he was up in heaven. And so when he was kicked out of heaven, he came down, but his job didn't stop. So we got to watch the music and some of these artists that we're listening to because they're locked up inside of their lyrics, locked up inside of their messages within the music. There are diabolical and demonic messages locked up inside of them. So when they play, when we play their music in our homes, we're releasing those spirits into our homes, and then we wonder why our families is acting crazy. Why now there's no peace in the home? Why now um, you're fighting with your mates? You're going back and forth, and you're arguing on a daily basis because it's the some of this music that we're listening to and some of the things that we are watching on TV. We allow those things. We open up the door for the enemy to come in. And so we have to be very careful, especially those of you that's got children. You got to be careful about what you let your children listen to, because before your child was listening to it, they had this standard and this way about them. But now all of a sudden they're listening to this music, and now it's like they have just gone crazy. They've become rebellious and disobedient, and it's a hot mess. It is a mess, and our children are in danger because of the things that we release. And let me say this, please, you parents that's listening, that's going to catch the replay, watch what your
Exactly.
children are listening to.
Mhm. Exactly, because it'll get in your spirit.
That's it.
Hmm.
Watch the games
Hmm.
that they play, because all of this is a part of this occultlism, and
Hmm.
it can be very dangerous for not
Yeah.
only you but them too. So
Hmm.
monitor what they listen to and monitor what they are watching. Sparkle Jet, I think this was a great show, and I want
Mm.
to ask you, um, if you, what would you tell somebody that was on their way into the industry or coming on to social media? What would you tell them to detour them and make them aware of the occultism that's here?
Look for the signs, look for the symbols, look for the, people that have a what kind of a weird kind of mentality. You see something that's not right in your spirit, go with your first mind. You know,
Yes.
if it's not right and it's not right, then get away, get out. No matter how you got to do it. If it's prayer, if it's got to get a prayer circle, and I mean a true prayer circle, because they do
That's
have those that pray on you.
yeah.
That do the chants like you said and do all that. And I've seen some churches and people where they do that. And that's their culture, that's their religion, and even some cultures, they could if they couldn't do some of the sacrifices and things, they wouldn't be able to, to maneuver.
Right.
So that's what these people do. These people, and they think that's how they build their how would you say? That's how they build their lives. That's how they build their That's how they build their not wealth. That's how they build their control. And I think that's a lot of why people are fighting fighting for control. So if somebody's trying to control you, whether manipulatively or passively, aggressively, you know, let it
Mm.
be known. Listen, that ain't this ain't that, and that ain't this, and um, respectfully, you can go your way with all of that. And I would just tell people, keep a backbone, keep some good people that's going to tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And thank God I always had people, listen, this is wrong. You know it's wrong. They know it's wrong. So you make the choice.
Right. Right.
And then are you willing to deal with the consequences? Are you willing to deal with the backlash? See, some of these people, they think, oh, I'm going to have it easy. You know, I can, I'm going to have it easy. I can, uh, I can do what I want. And I can say what I want because this is how would you say? This is this ain't for, nobody's going to really, how can I say this? Nobody's going to really know if we speaking in a secret language or if we speaking in a secret code. But people, God knows everything. Ain't nothing, like I said before, nothing new under the sun. God knows your thoughts. God knows your minds. God knows your motives. God knows your heart. And see, as long as you know that, that's the key to survival. And you know that you're doing right, you're doing unto others the same as they would do unto you. That's the best way to make it. And I think I told one of the young and up and coming artists that,
Mm-hmm.
because then I seen one. I tried to shake his hand at a signing, and it's like he was like, ugh, like I'm like, and you supposed to be trying to get people to like your music or what? That's I was like, oh, child. I can't with these people. And a lot of people have preconceived notions, just like with the occults, with Gino and them. How you gonna turn around and say, oh, the military, I don't respect you? These people are getting up every day on their lives fighting for the country. You're not going out there on the front lines.
That's it. That's right.
Your kids ain't out there on the front line. Your grandkids ain't out there on the front line. So
That's
what's the problem? What's the tea? you
yes.
know. And like I said, some of these people got to bend over, get bent over. Women, men, they do animal, all kind of things. And like I said, the best way, because I'm gonna do a DL show off of this show, so hopefully you'll join me. Um, recognizing the signs,
Mm,
okay? Because we're gonna get real interesting. Because and I'm gonna do this and dedicate this to you on One Love and Lady Blue because some people just, and I know One Love is itching. I don't know if you was going to drop the link. If anybody wanted to come up, I don't know if you had time or if you wanted to. But it's almost heartbreaking to see some of these people be followers and be um little sheep or little lambs. Like,
mm,
where's y'all backbones at? If you know it's wrong, why would you stand with it? See, they
mm.
think that, oh, if I'm in a crew or if I'm in a group or if I'm in a clique or if I'm in a crowd, then that's going to make it better. If it's wrong in the alpha, it's going to be wrong in the omega,
That's right.
period.
That's right.
And God has no respect to person. I don't care who you think you are, who you want to be, who you trying to be. Like I said, I'm just a humble old servant. That's it. Before
That
the artistry, like you, before the ministry, you're a human being.
that's it.
Everybody got feelings. Everybody, and a lot of people that but appear strong are weak. What about who's going to hold you up? Who's going to call you and ask you, "Are you okay?
Right.
Did you have encouragement today? Did you have words today? Did you have somebody pray and give you good tidings and good blessings today? Not, oh, let me call you to gossip. Look what they did. Look what they said. Ooh, girl, I look at that record that was put together. Look at that lie. Look at that website that's full of lies. Look at this. Look at it. Y'all need to get right.
That's
Get
it.
right before it's too late. That's how I don't.
That's
And that's
it.
why I say I choose certain entities. I choose certain people
And
to be around. And just because you don't say nothing, don't mean you don't see nothing.
that's right. That's
And I'm gonna
right.
leave it like that. But I love you. Eagles, I don't know if you want to drop the link. If anybody want to come up and ask any questions,
I
anything that
can't
they
even
want
drop
to ask.
my thing. This is crazy. This thing
Yeah.
is
Yeah, because
it's
I was trying to put stuff in the comment section and it was like rejected, but YouTube, I don't know. Maybe you could paste it, or maybe I don't know. What you on? You on your laptop, or your computer, or you on your phone?
on my laptop.
Oh,
It's
it's easy. Probably easy on the phone. If you can grab the phone and probably do it.
yeah. Let's see. Ooh, let me move away because this thing is
Okay.
almost humming.
Yeah, but I mean, and anybody that want to come up respectfully, if you disagree with anything that's been said, learn how to have an adult conversation. Y'all run around, oh, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm this, that, and the third, I'm pop, and I'm this and that. These people show it. Oh, Storm Monroe's out to my T.S. Maddie. Did she dox him?
Oh,
Child, shame and a scandal, honey. But these people have so much. Um,
okay. Let me find my mic.
yeah, they have so much. And thank you all that will catch the replay because I know it wasn't a lot of people in here. But
Yeah.
anybody that got any questions, anybody that can really keep it real and not, put on faces and put on for people that probably wouldn't give a rusty nickel for you. And it almost, and that, like, let me say this while Eagles is doing that. It's sad that people run around, oh, the agenda, the LGBT, the community agenda. See, a lot of these people, they want to experience the community because I wouldn't be invested in, oh, they're pushing this agenda against our children. Well, when you talked about other content creators' children and talked about some of the disgusting things that you've done, how can you sit there and say it's like selective hypocrisy equals, and that's what it is. Even in the industry, even on YouTube, even with these churches. Oh, I ain't gossiping, but I'm eating seafood. I ain't sleeping with nobody's husband or sleeping with nobody's wife, but I'm gossiping.
Right.
Oh, girl, did you see what Sister Jones had on today? Did you see Brother Jones had his woman on the front row, his wife on the back row? Child, please. These people got so much. It's a song that my people sing, Anointed. Shout out to the
Mhm.
voices. It's something about the sins on the cross. How much would you pay to see your sins on that cross? Nobody, no man, no woman knows the day nor the hour.
That's right.
And any grievances you have with people, whether you started with them, they started with you, come and talk about it. Lay your burdens down. You'll
That's
feel better. You'll see your kids start to prosper. You'll see your grandkids start to prosper when you
yes.
do that. Half of
That's
y'all all running around don't even know why you mad at people.
right.
And
Right.
that's the crazy thing. Child, I don't get it. Were you able to drop it? I don't get it. These people, some people just want to be mad. Just what if you want to be mad, go be mad at the devil.
That's it.
Be mad at the workers of iniquity. Be mad at them.
That's
Hell,
it.
these people, because that's the only one working against you. That's
That's
the
right.
only one working against you.
Yes.
hmm I don't know if you was able to drop it. Let me.
Yeah, I dropped it.
Oh,
I
okay.
was able to drop
Yeah, if
it.
anybody want to come up, I guess we'll give them a minute or two. If anybody want to come up and give maybe a 2 cents, or like I said, anybody respectfully, if you disagree with anything that's been said, respectfully come up and tell and let Eagles know. Let me know. I disagree with this part. I agree with that part. Like I said, nobody's above reproach.
That's right.
Nobody. We all got faults and have come short, and nobody's going to be walking perfect.
That's it. That's it.
One love said the other day, you're perfect. The Bible says you're perfect if you offend not. But people are always going to be offended.
Mm-hmm.
You could say the smallest thing. Eagles could say, "Well, I got my blessing today." Somebody gonna be mad. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
why he got a blessing? I couldn't get one. It wasn't your time.
That's right.
These people.
It's
Mm-mm.
crazy.
I love to the ones that are striving to be upright. And shout out to G1 Nation, C Rock Smooth.
See,
You
wow.
know,
Yeah,
tell your test.
that's
Because
right.
it's gonna become a testimony. And how dare any of you freak show church charlatans, because that's what y'all sector is. Because when it ain't about God, y'all are charlatans. And I dare any one of you to come up here and challenge me.
Uh,
You're wrong. You're if it's wrong in the alpha, it's wrong. If it ain't about the most high, whoever you may deem that to be, Yahweh, Jah, Yahshua, Allah, Akbar, Ebar, Obar, Jesus, whoever, Buddha, whoever.
Come on.
Come have a conversation. Show your IQ. Let's see what your IQ is. Come have a grown, mature conversation. Let's see if you can do that.
That's it.
And let me say this: when I speak, I don't speak with anger. I speak with passion because I love our people, foundational Black Americans, or indigenous, or melanated, or whatever the hell you call yourself. And I love my good foreigners. I love them all. I hate ignorance. And if
Yeah.
that's a sin, then oh well. I hate ignorance. I hate it with a passion. I don't know if you could pin it, Eagles, your link. You could just tap it or hold it for a second and it should tell you to pin the message if you want to pin it.
Yeah. Let me see. I can. I'm
Mm.
sure I can do it.
Yeah, just hold it. Click it like you hold it and then it should say pin message and something else. And you can pin it that way. People could just click it if they. And he will have his banner up. So don't come with that corn bombing. Don't come with that trolling. Nobody got time for that. If you really got something to say, if you really got a grievance, you really don't like us for whatever your reasons are, tap in.
Yeah.
It's called being grown, springing forward. We ain't going backwards. Oh, you did this a year ago. You did this 25 years ago. You did this, and your great grandmama did this. So now I'm mad at you because she told me to hold the grudge. Like what? Child, please. Oh, Eagles, I'm mad at you because your family anointed and mine ain't. You took my anointing. What? Child,
Uh,
please. Oh, these people come up with the most bogus stuff.
oh yeah.
And like I said, thank you, Eagles Daddy. Eagles. And hey, white man, whoever you are, Caucasian, sir, don't start out me, okay?
Ooh.
I am the queen of. So let's go. You want to have a battle? Let me stop. Love to you, Eagles, Daddy Regals. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give them a minute. If anybody want to come up. But like I said, One Love has an interesting story test that turned into a testimony. And like
Yeah.
I told her, don't beat yourself up. You just had a moment. Everybody can make a
Everybody.
mistake. And it was everybody. It was for a test that became a testimony. You shouldn't get chastised because you were trying to look for better for your family.
That's
Don't
right.
nobody in this world got a right. Like I told C-Rock. And then it was, oh, you're messing with C-Rock. Why? Because C-Rock telling his testimony. Now I'm messing with I don't know C-Rock from a can of paint. And if
That's
I was messing with him, what the hell is it to you? Excuse my French. What, you mad because you can't mess with me? Please. Because you was there first. Phony, starving. Because you need to go eat. Go eat on that word. And stop swaying the people being a guinea pig experiment. Go
that's
eat on that word.
that's
Huh.
it.
And leave me alone.
I know that's right.
You came to my door like many others. Like the others. You came to my door. I didn't come to yours. Oops.
Yes, they will. They will lie on anyone. One love. You got that right.
Child, these people will make up a lie before you can blink. They lying. And like I said, if you make up one lie, and oh Lord, no pun intended. If you make up one lie, you're gonna have 55 lies on top of the lies that was told. You gotta cover up for all the other lies that you told.
That's
That's why
right.
it's best to come clean, be transparent, and be honest. Period. whether it hurts or not. Be honest. I
That's it.
always been that. And see, sometimes I think I'm too honest. That's why people, oh, Sparkle just so raw and so rude. No, Sparkle's so conflicting. Sparkle want to fight with, no, I don't. I don't fight with everybody. I didn't ask for Rico to mention my name. It's 55 Ricos, and you picked me. You said you was just incarcerated, so how the heck you know what I said?
Oh,
And there was another content creator that said that Jay Wilson said what he said, and he just doubled down on what he said. So what's the tea? I don't
wow.
get into all that. I love you, and you love me. So what's the tea? You already admitted you love my crazy behind. I love you too, but don't speculate what I said. Come ask me, like I told Jordan, Mr. Dash, aka Lemon. Don't ever listen to what nobody tells you. Come ask me what I said.
That's right. Yeah,
Nobody want words put in their mouth just like you.
that's right.
Just like One Love. She said, I don't want words in my mouth. Exactly. So people shouldn't be putting words in other people's mouths.
Uh, oh, let me
Do unto others.
hold
Period.
on. I see
Oh, we
you.
got we
Give
gotta
me
get ooh, child. It's getting ready to get real interesting. Hey y'all, Eagles and Soros, hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe. We got the Sister of Love coming up. How y'all doing? Yes.
hold on. I got to do it through my phone because my laptop is acting up.
Yeah, sometimes you might have to, you gotta get that cleansed out. Oh, I think the queen is stepping into the sanctuary. Oops.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Eagles, looking good.
Oh,
Okay. They mad about it. Mad about it.
okay. Let me. Where is?
You gotta
Okay. Nope.
move the other
There.
one on. But yes, guys. Ooh, now it's four of us up here. All
Yeah.
right. Hey, One Love. Hey, girl.
Hey
How
guys.
you doing? I'm
Hey.
gonna drop down real quick. Eagles, you gotta take that one. I'm gonna come right back.
Okay.
Hey, Minister Eagles. Great
Hey.
show. I am on the
Bless.
bay. I'm gonna turn on my camera so you can see. I'm getting ready. Oh, yeah. I don't know which one. Which? Hold on. Which one? Okay, hold on. Do you see? Can you?
Yeah, I can see.
I'm at the exchange. So if anybody think they can get on base and come see me in person, okay.
Oh,
So that's the military. You see the
yes,
military
the
guy walking
base.
right here. Because they said my husband's fake, so I wouldn't be able to get on this base if
Right.
he wasn't real. Okay, so you see the
That's
man
it.
in uniform right there,
Yes.
and that goes. I'm finna go to the food truck, but my Spanish truck is not open. So
Okay.
yeah, so I just want to turn on my. So I've been shopping and I've been on this base. Okay, sometimes I be forgetting what's what, and then I got all my shopping stuff, so I gotta.
Bless.
Let me see. You see my food right there?
Yes.
Yeah, so I gotta get home. So I had to come take care of some business.
All right now.
And I enjoyed. God know how to do what he do. You and Sparkle are
Bless
awesome.
you. Bless you.
Are awesome. It was a great show. It
Thank
is a
you.
great show. And as I was driving mostly, eating and driving, coming on base, I was just praising God, saying, wow, this is a wonderful
Appreciate
show
that.
that people needed to people needed to hear. See, I almost got a
Yeah.
close up of my hair. I didn't want them to see really
Yeah, we don't want
how I
you to
do my
expose
hair.
yourself.
It almost got yeah. So it's a beautiful day. But I enjoyed. That's what I wanted to come up here and say.
Bless
Is that it was awesome. You describing the cult, the
you.
occult. I forgot that's what a cult. I just say
Hmm.
cult.
Right,
Uh,
right.
and it's many other members that are people who was in Geno Church.
Hmm.
And Geno Cult Church is not the only one, and it's actually
Right.
cults inside of cults when it comes to Geno's church
Wow.
that don't get help. Yes, like the Oklahoma pastor Eddie
Hmm.
Campbell. I got a lot on him. He was building a cult inside of Geno's cult. But here is the thing, they all doing similar. So these
Right.
so-called pastors will come up under him, and they'll start doing, some of them will start
Hmm.
doing what he's doing. They'll form their own little cults inside of their cult.
Wow.
I never seen nothing like it. And I wanted to say for the record, my family, again, we was looking for fellowship. We had been out of the church for
Absolutely.
years. We would go, you know, be led to one church in a local
Hmm.
area when we was on the East Coast, but it just was the same old, same old.
Right.
So we wasn't looking for no advice. I did have a personal relationship with God, but the problem is when you surrender your belief, not ignorantly, over to a cult belief.
Right.
That's what
Right.
my family started doing. You know, the scripture talk about if you bind in a strong man, it,
Hmm.
we didn't realize it.
Right.
We did
Right.
not, we didn't, and that saying, when they show you who they are, or if
Believe
it look,
them.
yes, and if it look like a duck, quack like a duck, is a duck,
It's a duck.
yeah, the dressing, I shouldn't have let them be. They was very judgmental. I wasn't like that. And me and my mother's daughter,
Hmm.
close to her, we was in there and we became judgmental. Like some
Wow.
women weren't wearing their head covering. Because it was something new. We didn't know it was a cult like that.
Right.
And my mother's sister would try to wake us up. But actually, I was already woke, and I was pointing it out to my sister. I was
Okay.
pointing it out to my sister. And she didn't want to hear. I seen
Mm.
something my mother's sister had put on social media, and she was
Uh-huh.
trying indirectly to reach us, like, "Hey, that's the cult y'all in." Okay, so if
Wow.
the signs are there and that manipulation, control, and they very subtle, they'll get you to do stuff.
Yes.
Like how you
Yes.
said that you was a what, pallbearer. It can be very subtle, and if you're a good
Yeah.
person, you'll kind of sometimes you'll go along with really not knowing at first. They'll throw
Yeah.
you in positions. I have
Yeah.
seen that. Yes,
Absolutely.
and people wonder why I'm direct. I don't want to get caught up in no cult gangs and these little gangs
That's
on
right.
YouTube. When I see it for what it is, it is what it is. I want no part. And you got some good groups, biker
Hmm.
gang groups. I'm not saying that gangs, that there's not good healthy gangs
Right.
out there, because it is. We ain't talking about that. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so it was an awesome show, and it was. I'm gonna hit
Thank
the
you.
replay on this. I really love how God, because I know me and Sparkle both have strong personalities. And I
Yeah.
want to say for the record, I get both my spirit. And I want to keep stressing, I had been on her Eagles over 3 years, being harassed, stalked,
Right.
doxxed. I help people sincerely. And it's not about the money, because God always give me more and more. It's like I just came from the bank, deposit
Yeah.
more and more money. I don't worry
Yeah.
about resources. I don't. I don't.
Very
I
good.
don't worry about that. Been there, did all that, and God has been faithful to my
Yeah.
family. Okay, so I don't worry about that. But it was the reason why I was going to say that. I'm kind of rushy. Let me see. What was I saying? I'm trying to see my point in saying, oh, look at me, lost my train of thought. Um, for saying that, it's like it's a must, and I'm doing it slowly but surely. But it's a habit of hitting my girl's link, Sparkle link, because
Hmm.
it's been a long time, and Sparkle stood for what was right. She did. It's just
Yeah.
with me, when it's time to detox, I do have to let people be, let people do them.
Absolutely.
And I have to detox, because it's been over three. Y'all, sorry. This is an Air Force base.
No, that's okay.
Y'all
That's
make
okay.
sure.
Because
Yeah,
I'm surprised y'all didn't hear some of the stuff going on in the building here.
yeah. Oh no, I didn't. So you'll hear a lot of jets and stuff,
That's
because this is an Air Force base. So what was I gonna say? But it was great. Y'all rocked a great show,
Thank
educated.
you.
I'm gonna make sure I repost this because I want this to be at the top. Eventually, I repost it. I like for my stuff to really sit there, and I
Right.
enjoyed. I did. I enjoyed hearing you and Sparkle do the show, and people need to run when you see these gangs, and it's just sick. The gangs on YouTube that threw me and Sparkle off and stuff, and we talking about this some old people in
Yeah.
their 50s, late 40s, middle 40s, early 40s, doing and even fit. It's like there's so much. It's so beautiful out here. I wish I could get in front of the camera. It's so beautiful outside. Beautiful. And
Yeah.
these people need to take a break. Take a break. You know, it's like, take a break and do something constructive. Like
Yeah.
it's a bowling alley right here. It's a movie theater you right here, and sometimes I come. Well, I don't go to usually go to the movie by myself. Eventually, I will. I go to the bowling alley.
Uh-huh.
I go sit and eat. Um,
Okay.
but they need to just do it's other good healthy stuff. Hook up with good people, not no toxic people, and
Absolutely.
do life, real life. You know,
That's
do
right.
some real life.
That's right.
So
I
that's go
I
ahead.
appreciate you coming up. But
Yeah.
before I let you go, um, what what would you tell someone that's either in the occult or on their way into an occult? What would you tell them to encourage them to go in the other direction? I know
Oh,
I put you on the spot.
yeah, you put me on the spot. You put me on the spot. I would tell them to hold fast in their faith and their relationship with God, and I would tell them to run in the other direction from the cult. Um,
Hmm.
Detox from anything, any and everything that's been taught to them. Seek. I didn't have to seek counseling. And not that I'm
Uh-huh.
better than nobody else. It was emotional, but I didn't take it out on other
Uh-huh.
people like that, like how some of these people are doing.
Right.
And I'm not saying that people people are hurt. Money, a lot of their resources, land, real estate is being taken
Hmm.
from the elderly. People, we got emotions for a reason to express
Yes.
ourselves. And people are hurting behind it. I would tell them seek counseling, a professional counseling service that specialize in that specialize in that area, that understand
Right.
the practice of cults, because it's going to be greater talking to someone, a counselor that experienced it and really knows how the cultism goes. You want somebody who have really dealt with it and really understand, and that's going to be compassionate. You got people that's really toe up mentally, Minister Eagles. That's what I would tell him, to let go of any, and like with C Rock, that's what I would tell him. I pray for him that he renew himself in the word. Leave any of Geno Jennings doctrine, false doctrine alone. Let it go. I played a lot of music to flush that stuff out of me. See, people thought they knew me. No, y'all didn't know. That was one reason why I played the music, to give myself back a balance from all that religious junk that I really indirectly, I didn't want to sign up for that. Okay, for a cult. So do what they need to do. I go dancing or whatever just to get all that out of me for real. That yes. So yeah, so that's what I would tell them, and hold fast to their faith. So I always, well, not always. I think my daughter. I think when my daughter was 2, that's when I gave my life to the Lord Jesus Christ. So it's been a while. So I always had my relationship then with the Lord Jesus. Not that I didn't have. The problem was when I grew up in the church. in they, I ain't gonna say Christianity, as a Christian family. I grew up in it, and my parents, we was used to going, mostly my mom, we was used to going to church. So once I gave my life to God, I always wanted to keep my children, myself, in the church, because I do still believe it's a small amount of good churches around the world. I do. I don't think it's very many upright, striving churches. That's me. That's my opinion. So be careful. But it is some good striving men and women of God churches. That's in the church. I believe that that's leading. I do believe that. But they need to get out. They need to run for their life for real.
Yes.
It's poison. It's poison. It I watched it mess my spouse up, his belief, and some it don't even make logic. It don't even make sense. It don't even make logic. And I know sometimes biblically some
Uh-huh.
stuff don't make sense when you walking by faith. But I mean, if
Right.
it's crazy, it's just crazy. You can't wear this. You can't wear a watch. So, with this so-called holiness stuff, you can't do all these different rules like that. It's like miss me. It's a
You
turn
don't know
off.
what you said. Run for your life.
Yes, Oracle, run from y'all life. I think I'm gonna go get meet this barbecue, but I'm scared, y'all. It may be too
Just take
expensive.
the money and run.
I'm telling y'all, put y'all money on y'all families. Inflations are, and never stop giving as God leads you. That's another
Exactly.
reason why my family is blessed
Mhm.
and highly favored, because we're not selfish, nor my husband.
Mhm.
Nor my husband. My husband is a giver as well. And it's just sad that people got to live on a patio. But they sure, and
Yeah.
he live in a mansion, y'all.
That's
A
great.
mansion. And he had wine, look like in his house. But these people do the opposite of what they teaching. And Gino kids are not living like what he's teaching. And I'm glad they not. That's my opinion. Okay.
Right.
I have a right to mine. And I'm glad they ain't living like how he teaching. The hypocrisy.
That's
That's
fine.
that's what I would say. I hope I answered it, Minister Eagles.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Detox, please detox. I did it. Don't worry about people judging you. They're gonna do it anyway. Regardless. I let them judge me. I don't care. Them people never be. Look at this beautiful. It's so beautiful out here. Look how beautiful it is out here. Do y'all see?
Let's put on the big screen. Go Eagles. Go and
How
love.
beautiful.
Ooh,
Go
nice
right
out
over there to
there.
that red truck. Give me some
Yeah.
barbecue.
It's,
Okay.
it's raining out here.
It's beautiful. It's sunny. Take me
Yeah.
some. Yeah, it's sunny.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
beautiful. Okay. It's
Well,
beautiful. I don't know how these people stay online like that. I meet beautiful people almost every day I go out. I
I
always
would
meet
be
somebody.
out. I would be out if I wasn't, getting through this little cold or whatever. But I'm still, and it wasn't rainy, but I
Now
still
you
make
get
it.
out, Oracle.
Yeah, I always get out. So I mean, you should get out. I mean,
Okay.
you gotta enrich your life. You gotta go sit in the grass, sit with your feet in the grass, and become one with nature or whatever. Like I said, and not saying that being on social media is bad. It's the experience that you make it. Everybody on social media is not bad.
I
You
agree.
know,
They need
you
to be
always,
careful though, because
yeah, you gotta
people.
be careful.
We don't
Definitely.
know. I didn't know that people will throw you into. I never. And I'm from the streets, the real raw streets of West Dallas, Oak Cliff, and
Yeah.
Sunny South Dallas. I'm from Pleasant Grove, where it's real hard at y'all. And I didn't know that the internet could
It's
be that
bad.
dark.
So what
Selling
do you
out
think? So what do
information.
you think we can do to stop it? Like, well, I guess Eagles want to ask you. What do you think we
That's
can
the
do to
question.
stop
I think education, like what you and Minister Eagles and us telling our testimonies, that's why nobody should be silenced. I believe people should be warned when it comes to danger. Nobody
Yeah.
wants their personal stuff. I mean, personal stuff out here. Just like I'm choosing, I feel so violated. My family, we eventually gonna be moving from one of our house because I do have two houses in Dallas. Didn't have to tell y'all, but I do. And so, because we back and forth, we be on the go. but you feel valid. Everybody should be entitled to their privacy. I feel like it almost feel like I was 8. And I enjoy my private life with my private friends. And if we don't come on publicly and put stuff out, nobody should be putting out our personal stuff like they have done. And befriending people and to get cash up and get information it's sick. I mean, my kids didn't even do stuff like that. What these old 50 years old it's sick. It's sick.
Why she said it, Eagles. But anyway, yeah, you definitely right. Because I mean, like, and then going behind my back, Dion, is like the thing about it. Like, I understand you need money. Because I mean, I gave you money to get these little toy phones. And thank you for them. But don't twist it around like, oh, Sparkle can even get a phone. What? Girl, please. I know I'm used to having 2 to 3 to 5 to 12 phones. Okay? I had a phone. I ain't gonna never, God forbid, be without a phone. Uh-uh.
Let me
That
see if
ain't
they
me.
got some brisket. I want some brisket.
Oh, girl, that sound good. You always come up here
Girl,
talking
I
about
hope
goddamn
they ain't too
food.
high. I'm gonna try them out.
No, wait, wonder why all the people be fat and shit.
Girl,
And I love
I
it.
like to eat,
I
girl.
love it, girl. Let's get
And
fat. Come on,
I
Eagles.
had apple
Eagles, let's
pies.
get fat. Eagles, Eagles, let's get fat.
Oh, they got
Well,
beef, lamb.
I need
Okay,
getting no
salad.
fatter than what I am.
Something else.
But yeah, I mean, thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Glenn, thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching. But like I said, we one love and and everybody, we're regular people. We
That's
Eagles, we're
right.
regular people. Like I don't understand why these people
There it is. Y'all see they got lambs. Look at that.
got to I need to be down there, honey. Shout out to
Girl.
Texas and smoking.
But go ahead,
Yeah.
Sparkle, y'all. I'm gonna
But
listen and
yeah,
write
people
down though. I'm
yeah,
gonna listen.
people. Well, hold on, stand for a second.
Okay.
People, I don't like. I didn't understand that for the life of me. I
Oh,
mean, like
what else?
getting the calls back to back, and it's like, oh, well, this one got a problem with me. Oh, well, I'm recording this one. Oh, well, one loving this one ain't nothing. Oh, who is these? I'm like, what the fuck is this again? Excuse me, Eagles. I'm sorry. What the heck is this? The merry-go-round? Like, God, did we be playing telephone? I mean, my phone was ringing non-stop, like y'all see it do. I'm like, oh my God. Like, whatever grief. That's why I said, listen, that's why I got on my platform. I said, listen. I am not a counselor. Let's all get on a platform. We can air this out. And then nobody needs sisterhood. Nobody needs brotherhood. Yes, if it can happen, if you're like minded people that can pray about it, laugh about it, shout about it. If you want to, shout out to the West Side beefing sector, like Nika coined it, Lady Nika. If you can argue about it and then love each other later, who cares? Life is too short for this bull. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Mm-mm. It's sad. But Dion, I was shocked. I was hurt. I was like, what is going on? Like when the truth finally came to the light, I'm like, you really felt you had to ask them? Because I had asked Marcella to give you the money. And Marcella was like, nope. She said, I don't have it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I always like I did it with George. And I was so upset with myself. And see, I always try to put my head on a swivel like Goody say. Shout out to the reaction room, Goody Topia in the feds. I always put my head on a swivel and I always get it chopped off figuratively. Because people want to use you for whatever they want to use and abuse you for. And it's sad. It is sad. And I'm like, that's why I'm not sticking my nose out for anybody else. Because I'm not getting it ran over by a car. Uh-uh. If you can't stand up at least 80% like I stand up, mm-mm. I feel your pain, but I'm done. I'm done. Mm-mm. Because every time I stand up for people, it's like, oh, I got to now. Let me throw Sparkle under the bus. Now let me, because Sparkle ain't doing what I want Sparkle to do, or One Love ain't doing what I want her to do, or Eagles ain't doing what I want him to do. Now it's, oh, I got to throw them under the bus. Now I got to lie. Now I got to take and make they content my content. Because I'm sure it's gonna be a response after this. I don't give a damn. Because, like I said, you got a chance to click the link. Because I don't duck no smoke. If Donald Trump 45, 47 bald headed ass want to get up here and click this link, you going to catch it too. I don't give a damn. You are no respected person. And truthfully, he don't run the world. Girl. And shout out to Wiley over there talking about he voted for him. What y'all think about that?
Lord, I'm not going there.
Child, a shame and a scandal, just like I said. And shout out to Tracy. Shout out to Envy, Man Code Television. Shout out to Deanna Irvin, steady serving the girls. Shout out to all the people that Trish, smash it, that has used my saying. And I just make up stuff on the spot. And I see it's very convincing. Like T.S. Maddie with the fatty make you lose control. Lose it using One Love's paraphrasing. One Love, somebody must be watching us. Eagles, somebody must be watching you. Because T.S. Maddie also said everybody. I said, ooh, child. It's a
I love
child. And a child. I said, ooh. You know, they love us. I just think that people just say you admire people. Just don't hate people. And half of these people, like I said, they don't know why they hate One Love. They don't know why they hate Eagles. They don't know why they hate me. And hate is of the devil.
that.
Oof. I
I
couldn't have
love to be hated.
I couldn't have that much time. I'm not invested, sorry. Not interested and not sure invested. Next. Mm.
Well, too bad for me. They not even open. I got out. She telling me,
Girl, I thought you was still on here. You was over here.
girl. I went out to look at the food, and they not even. I don't feel like going. I might
Oh, you
run.
gotta wait. They ain't open yet or they ain't open period.
I'm trying. I need to get out of the truck.
Then you gotta eat, but they open period? Yeah.
Huh?
Are they open period? Or they just ain't open now for now?
No, they just ain't open today. She talking about two. They basically closed. I missed them by
What,
almost
it's
20
three?
minutes.
Well, it's three something here. It ain't oh no,
I'm
wait,
probably
20
finna
minutes.
go in this exchange and
What's
get. They
that?
got food in there, but I don't feel like
Right.
it. But I,
Look, what Eagles
oh, you know what? I just wait.
Eagles look when our southern women get hungry, we get hungry, honey. We got
We
to
sure
eat.
do it. We eat, honey. We
I
eat.
I
believe
gotta
it.
switch my phone. Hold on. I gotta
But
switch my phone.
I'm gonna drop down Minister Eagles, because I gotta
All
get
right.
gas, and I gotta get on this highway. And let me see. You know what? I'm a fast. I got some snacks in my vehicle. I always keep snacks in my vehicle, and I
Okay.
got my water and my little snacks. I think I fast and just wait till I get back. Yeah, wait till I get back home. Was it any other questions or? It was a great show. You had a great. I didn't even know I was gonna click the link. I was like, Lord, y'all did a great live, a great
Thank
live.
you.
I'm pleased with
I
all the
appreciate
information that was said. Even Sparkle bringing in Hollywood,
it.
so-called Hollywood or whatever. I didn't even because I wasn't invested in Hollywood stars, famous people like that. I'm just not interested like that.
Right.
I'm just, but it's good to know that that's what it is, and I believe it.
Oh, yes.
I believe there's little cult groups off in Hollywood. I believe that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well, thank you for letting me up. Thank you for having me. I
Well,
appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed rest of the day.
you too, sis.
All righty. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bless you all. Thank all of you that came out to hang out with us. Wasn't many people, but I believe that they're going to come and check out the replay. So I'm not too worried about it. I thank you all. Exotic, Exotica Bone, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. You said it was very informative, so I appreciate that. And would you all like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channels? Eagles on High, Channel 1, Eagles on High, Channel 2, by your side chat with Eagles, and Purple Community Royal Priesthood. I'm gonna bring Sparkle back up, see if she has any last and final words before I give you all my final words, and then we're getting out of here. Oh, okay. Hold on, Spike. Oh man, what did I do?
Hey y'all, thank you so much, King of the Ministry, Eagles Daddy Eagles. And like I said, Caucasian man or man of the mount of the cave or caucus or whatever. When you want to come out me, let's see who out each other better, okay? Because I'm telling you, I'm new to this. I'm true to this. You new to this. Let's do this. Period. But yeah, y'all love, comment, share, subscribe. Eagles is the most how can I say, mediator man possible. Like I said, and I wish Marcella would have clicked the link. I wish, anybody that have common sense would have clicked the link to have a conversation. But I mean, these people, I'm not saying Marcella, I'm just saying in general, these people, they have a know better but don't want to do better, or I'll take the shortcut to life, and I don't want to do the work, but I want to reap the rewards. It don't work like that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. There is no shortcut to life. Life is what you make it. There's no shortcut to parenting. There's no shortcut to mistakes, faults, mishaps, trials, tribulations. We would guarantee that. But why would you want to add trouble on top of your days of trouble? Make that make sense. God said we should live peaceably among each other. And if you can't, go your separate ways. If that's not your section, get out. Like Reed, the girl. Shout out to you, Philly Reed Zone. She said, I'm blocking people. And I'm not blocking people to be petty. Y'all can say I'm petty. Y'all can say whatever. What I seen, because she didn't even give her commentary on what happened on the west side, but she said, I'm just blocking people because I noticed that a lot of the men supposedly on the west side in the beefing sector are not even men. And where are the alpha men? Damn, I need an alpha man. Excuse me, Eagles. Like Eagles is the closest to it. Cause I mean, oof. Besides Doggy Diamond, shout out to Doggy, TV, and a few others, real stand-up kings. But I mean, happy Women's Her Story Month. Tell your story. Don't let your story tell you. Okay? Tell your story for the glory of others, because you might inspire that one person. Well, I'm living on a patio. Let me come out. I'm living on the streets, but I'm giving my money to this cult. Let me come out. You don't know how God want to enrich your life and bless your life. Just by that test that became a testimony. Please. Anyway, I love y'all. How you doing? Lady Eagles, Daddy Eagles. We're going to get into, thank you so much. We're going to get into all the shenanigans of it all. Yes. Oh, Lord, here come my rooster crowing. Step back. Clucky, clucky. Clucky, clucky. Oh, Lord, don't stop. Please don't mention that name, because that thing that thing gonna come strutting over here. Oh, Eagles is bashing me, and girl, shut up. Oof.
Anyway, bless you.
I love you. How you doing? Lady, y'all hit that love, comment, share, subscribe, and give Eagles commentary. Even if you disagree, we can do it respectfully. If you want a part two, let us know. And your Mika just is going live doing the Iran war, just escalated. 45, 47. I believe you need to put some of them diehard fans of yours out there. And let's see how you really will feel about it. How y'all doing? Lady, y'all. Soaring.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in on today. And let me say to those of you out there that's in a cult right now, let me tell you that it is possible for you to come out and come out all the way. You may come out and your mind may still be held right there, but you can come out. Just repent, ask God to forgive you, and renew your mind, and ask God to break every chain that was holding you close and dear to you. But you can come out. He whom the Son has set free is free indeed. All right, I'm getting ready to get out of here. So until the next time, stay blessed, safe, and in the Master's arms. I will catch you in the next video. Be blessed and safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for my guests that came to hang out with me. I will see you later on. Bye for now. Oh, all right. Uh-oh.